Hello there.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
All rise and like, subscribe, and bang the gavel, baby.
All rise, order in the court.
Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge.
Here come the judges, right? We got a case. Myself, Credence, and Mikey the Legend here with you 5 days a week. Chases and cases, 5 days a week. We've got 2 hours of live Zoom court. And as you can see, I got something up for us. Did you see all the issues I had there for a second?
Oh yeah, I've gone through that already twice.
Yes.
Before we were able to go live. So,
and then I'm clicking the hellos and I hit an ad, which is great. Christy, number one, great to see you. Bigfoot is here. All right, Flusha. Don't forget, guys, we're not lawyers. We know like nothing about learning as we go. We have learned a lot since we started doing this. I will say that. That is
slightly learned something.
Well,
just slightly,
a little bit here and there. If you're new here, we jump around to different. We jump around to different Zoom. Jump around to different. Oh, there she is. She this looks fun. We'll start over here. We jump around to different live Zoom stuff. I do want to say this before we get started. We try to speak not as much as normal. It's not that easy for us. We try our best.
And every once in a while, we'll remember that we can pause for a second and speak without talking over stuff. We'll do that
too. The other thing I want to say, apologize for having to jump out early to get the chase started yesterday. We had a great case with the American Legion, and Karen and I have terrible news. They yank every single one they say of their videos the minute that it's done live.
So does anybody know how that ended?
So if you have spoilers, please let us know if you got to ride it out.
Spoilers
Yesterday.
will now be accepted. We'll take spoilers if you got them. We just want to know the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Okay, well.
All right.
Let's
Well,
go quickly.
That would have scared me. Did you poop your pants, Billy, by any chance? Because I'm pretty sure I probably would have.
That's right, sir.
Let's get into it.
Right.
Good to see everybody.
Signing the referring attorney form.
So is the woman in black the guy in the white's attorney?
Oh, that's a great question.
These are all different cases. I've seen 2 different things already.
So what is WCJ wearing? Is it a straitjacket?
All right, would you like to address bond?
Is that a 2-way mirror behind him?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, we're asking for
it's
personal recognizance bond in this case, as it is a misdemeanor. I've reviewed with my client that the court will likely issue a no contact order. He indicated that he will not have trouble complying with that. He does not live with the listed victim in this case. He is on disability, he has some pretty serious back problems. He went to college for a couple years. His whole family's in Michigan, so he does have local ties. So we are asking for the PR bond.
Sure.
Thank you. And I don't see any holds, Your Honor.
Is he on probation to me right now?
Didn't have much to say about him, huh?
No, really. He did some college. He hurt his back hurts.
Him on that.
That's about it. I feel like lady up top is about to cut my hair.
It was to be continued and it didn't.
No, it got dismissed.
That means we got a chance to catch the next
I didn't.
Dismissed on March 1st. That's why I didn't recognize your name. Is that correct, Ms. Thanky?
Yes, ma'am.
This judge is no BS.
Hey, y'all. Yeah,
Hey.
not even any small talk, it seems. So we're so used to, say, like Harry Potter dude, Wiener, whatever his Niner. You know,
Really
there's a
making
couple other
everybody
things.
look good.
All right.
Yeah, they talk
I'm
about
gonna
like
do a
a
personal
lot
kindness.
more.
Stanky's gonna be on tether.
Uh-oh,
Yeah.
tether.
I had a big hit last night. Slot shall continue starting this evening.
No contact. GPS tether.
Okay,
Correct.
GPS.
Stanky is to have no contact with Serena Rishabar.
Did she call him Stanky?
And
He's stank.
Is at 6250.
That's mine.
Does she live there?
No, my mother.
Okay.
Wow.
You are not to go to her residence or place of employment.
Mr. Stanky.
You're going to be tethered to that 29, the 62, it's 6250 Cherrywood Drive.
So he's going on house arrest?
If you guys like happen to see that just on some random time pop
Standard
on
DV conditions
when we're not
apply.
on, please let one of us know.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully you guys have them saved too. Same goes with me if I
I
see
didn't
it.
say it out loud because I don't remember. No contact with Serena Rishabar.
The first person I saw this judge see, by the way, she yelled at him, made him say 3 times what his court date was. Then the next person came in. Yeah. Next person comes in. She said, "What are you doing here again?" First words. What are you doing?
Frequent flyer, I guess. Yeah, who's handsome? I'm about halfway through it. Very interesting case with old Simpson and the dogs.
Yeah, he had a special time that he was going to start yesterday, and I kept checking it. So it was
April
after
18th,
before we came on.
2022 at 9 a.m. for pretrial.
Heck yeah,
7 years. We'll have some 1 year before you
See
know
you
it.
then, okay, Mr.
That's getting close.
Thank you.
Mr. Stanky.
All right, thank you, sir.
Deborah, thank you for the super sticker getting the day going. Listen, little slow moving over here. We're gonna jump over because Niners
in the house.
Also, you would have a right to either have a bench trial where a judge determines.
Oh, we just getting started.
Or you can have a jury
Oh yeah, we
trial
are.
where 6 people
Room
in
is
state
full.
court, 12 people in superior court, all have to unanimously agree on
Del C, great to see you.
innocence.
It must be cold in the
At that
metro.
trial, you can call witnesses to testify. If those witnesses will not
She's all
voluntarily come to court,
wrapped up in
you
a
can
golden
force them to
slots
come to
blanket.
court with the subpoena power of the court. Anyone who testifies against you is subject to being cross-examined. That is the legal word for questioning someone. The state has the burden of proof at trial. That means that you're going to start off that trial presumed
Back
innocent,
at you, Niner.
and the state has to
Niner's
prove
one of my
beyond a
favorites, even though it's
reasonable doubt
still
that
annoying.
you are guilty. Even if the state is able to meet that high level of proof, you will have a right to appeal that conviction to a higher court within a set number of days of your trial conviction date.
Oh yeah, really just getting it going. Just giving them all
That is
the
the very end of the
Oh yeah, we're
criminal
just doing
process.
instructions already.
Today we are
That's
at
what
the
we're on.
very beginning. All
Hello,
I will
Danny
do
B.
is tell you what you were charged with.
During the weekend court, they
Or as it relates to
show them
bonds,
videos
several different types of
because
bonds.
they say, "Have
Some
you
will
seen
grant,
the video?"
some of you will
And they're
receive
like,
Yeah,
a UJR. That's called
I saw the one that where they said no, Your Honor, the video is not working today.
"Yeah, videos broke, sir."
Nobody saw it. You said the VHS ain't working today.
Make sure before you leave the jail that the address that they have on file for you is your current address for mail. Also, that they have the correct zip code and apartment number. of
Yeah,
your
busy
apartment.
night, I guess, on the streets
If you do not
of
receive your
rest.
notice and you don't show
And a
up
few
for court,
pickups.
you end up getting arrested and have a warrant issued for you.
Oh, nice.
Others of you will get a regular bond. That means that you can either
I didn't have
put
a
the
lot of
entire
time to
amount of that bond up
catch
to
up on
jail
everything
in cash
yesterday.
and receive that money back once your case is resolved.
Sharon.
You can put
I'm
up
so
property.
behind.
If you have equity in any property, you can put that up with the jail and they'll have a lien against your property and the amount of bond. Or you can go through a bonding company. And
Oh,
they'll
none
put
of them are
money up
listening
for
to you anyways.
But they charge
Yeah,
10
Tucker does
12%
not
or
want
10
to be very
15%
close to the
of the
camera.
total bond amount as their non-refundable fee to perform that service. Some of you
Speaking
will
of her with her
receive
nice
what's called
blankie,
special
Metro.
conditions
What do you
of
think that
bond.
is?
Means there
Another
something that you
holding
can or
area? Or
cannot do
It must be.
with the
another
bond.
jail, maybe?
Oh,
Common special
look at Tucker
conditions,
bringing it in.
contact.
Tucker's gonna get that
No
that
contact,
bishop look.
absolutely no contact whatsoever. That means no email, no telephone, no Instagram tagging the
going.
person. You cannot even do something as nice as send that person flowers. If they contact you and
You
want
can't do
to
anything as nice
you are
as
not allowed to
sending
let
them
in. You're
flowers
not
like
allowed
my
to
boyfriend
answer
hasn't
whenever they
done in the
call.
last
It
6
does not matter
years.
what the alleged victim in this matter wants. The court is
Oh, he was in the
ordering
chat. Okay.
that you
Well,
are
of
not
course he is.
allowed to have contact with
I'm
them.
not sure how you call it, Traverse City or something like that.
Others of you will get no violent contact.
13th
Obvious
Circuit
violence,
Courts.
like hitting somebody, but it also includes less obvious
Elson
things like
Heimer.
running at that person aggressively.
How many
throwing
of these
objects
people do you think have
around,
heard this
screaming,
already?
anything that
Ron,
would
would you like to-
Over and over and over again. I'll wait until she brings somebody up to the
Thank you, Your
back-
Honor. Lindsay
back over
Abramson,
here.
with on behalf of Ms. Yarba. We are asking for a personal bond in this, personal recognizance bond in this case, as it is a misdemeanor. She did graduate high school. She is from Michigan, born and raised here in Ypsilanti. She's only 19 years old. I wasn't able to gather who the alleged victim is, so I'm not sure about whose address she lives
I don't even
at.
bully people, but I
The
get it,
alleged victim
JV.
in
I
this case
probably would.
is one
Needs to be-
Angela Zagerman, who lives at the 1526 address, ma'am. Do you know, Ms. Yarbo?
I'm not sure.
That's
No, it's
not your
not you.
address, the 1526 homes?
No.
All right, thank you. All right, you may proceed, I think. I interrupted a little bit to get some more information, but
That's okay, Your Honor. I was pretty much done. That was just usually the information I get because I'll review with the client.
She
That they
graduated from
likely
high
won't
school,
be able
Your
to
Honor.
go there. She does reside with her grandmother at her address. As long as that person isn't the grandmother, there won't be any issues that I can foresee. So we are asking for that personal recognizance bond. Thank you.
All right. No contact with Angela Zagerman?
I see what Lindsay's doing there with her bookcase. Okay. I got you.
No
gonna
going
do
to her
some
place of
rearranging,
employment
Hmm.
or address?
Sheer volume over here. Lindsay, come on. 10 times the book she has.
Standard
roll
bond
pretty slow
conditions
here, don't
apply.
they?
It appears that you don't have a prior record, ma'am, so I'm gonna give you a personal.
Nothing but
recognizance
love
bond.
over here.
I like turtles.
Pre-trial in this case.
God, I'd rather just listen to her.
So Ms. Jones, you can hear me,
Sorry,
ma'am.
can't do it over there.
I would have taken Metro first.
So Ms. Jones, your attorney has indicated that she already had a chance to review the warrants with you prior to court beginning today. So I'm not going to read through the warrants. You are here for a count of armed robbery. Because of the nature
Definitely.
of that count, I don't have the authority to set bond on your behalf. Only a superior court judge can do that. So what your attorney will do is she's going to file a motion for bond. That means that you're going to have a court hearing in 2 weeks in front of a superior court judge. I may be a little
Not
sooner than that. but
sure,
in 2
Eric.
weeks, you should have a bond hearing. And then you'll also
Doesn't ring a bell.
automatically get what we call a probable cause hearing, where they'll be able to make a decision about whether or not they had enough evidence to arrest you. Do you understand that process?
She'll sit 2 weeks in jail waiting.
So
I'll
that's
check
all
it
I
out.
can do today for you is just read those charges to you and let you know why you're here. But again, your attorney's going to file that motion and you will get in front of a judge that can actually help out with those charges. And just say,
But it's so
"Thank you and have a
true.
good
I mean,
day."
It's also true.
And was the other person, the Janila Jones, is she in custody? I see her now. And counsel, I'm assuming that you have the same announcement as far as relates to Miss Janila Jones, that you have also gone over the warrants for her prior to court beginning, and she did understand them as read.
That's correct, yeah.
Thank you. So Mrs. Jones, your attorney has indicated that she already had a chance to review your warrants with you before court began today. You are also here for one count of armed robbery. I, because of the nature of that charge, don't have the ability to set bond for you today. Only a superior court judge can do that. They are going to get your bond motion filed. You'll be in front of a judge.
Well, after the dog stuff, I don't blame him.
Even less.
Yes,
That judge will make a decision about whether or not to let you out on bond. And then you're also going to have a preliminary hearing.
South Carolina and North
The judge is
Carolina.
going to decide whether or not you have enough evidence to justify arresting you. And that will be in about 4 to 6 weeks. Do you understand that process, ma'am?
So both these girls were involved with the same armed robbery, I'm guessing?
That will go ahead and conclude.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're
because all I can do is just explain that process
related.
to you. And if you have any questions, your attorney will definitely be in touch with you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. And that will conclude your hearing. And Ms. Gordon, did you have anyone else on the calendar that I'm not aware of?
Oh, I'm sure I've seen her
That's all
there.
I
Eric.
have.
I don't know why it doesn't ring a
I-
bell.
And my clients sign off.
Yes. Thank you. And have a good rest of the day.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, bring back Niner. Let's get this moving.
So
Oh.
that will get us back to the regular calendar.
Welcome back, Miss
So
Tucker.
let's just go
Or
ahead and
Miss-
Welcome back to
top of that
the
calendar, and I'll start
regular
at the top here.
calendar, Creed. And Mr. Niner, back in it.
The first
Hall
person
double
out is
F.
Daria Cochran.
And T, I missed it. Ooh,
Cochran.
just said the C word. Thank you for the stars on the Facebook.
Okay, good morning, Ms. Cochran, and good afternoon, counsel. And let me ask a few general
I
questions.
good morning and good afternoon. What?
Did you have a chance, counsel, to go over the warrants?
You
with all
pick.
of your clients?
We
on
had different
today's
time
calendar?
zones?
Yes, Judge.
And is it your understanding that they understood the charges as read to them?
That's a great. I'm gonna start using
And will you
that.
be waiving a formal reading of the warrants into the record for each of your clients?
Yes, Judge, I will.
A little bit of both,
I'm
Creed.
unsure if maybe one case we can cross that bridge when we get there, but for almost everyone, yes.
Okay, perfect. And what is the name of that one person, just so I can demark it?
I'm unsure if we were able to read.
By the way, we also have this.
Mr. Johnston.
Just a heads up.
My God, let's watch a couple of these. We'll jump over there. That looks fun.
Yeah, we're piling them in like firewood.
So I'll start with Ms. Cochran again. So Ms. Cochran, your
That is
attorney
too early,
He
dude.
already had a chance to go over your warrants with you before court began today. So he's going to waive the formal reading of all of the particulars of the warrant into the record. You're here for one count of aggravated assault weapon in case 22-024549. What I'm going to do now is hear from your attorney about what he would like me to
Logan's
take into
dead.
consideration
Howdy.
before I set bond. So I'll hear from you now, counsel.
Thank you, Judge. Miss Cochran has been in Georgia her entire life.
I heard we got to keep an eye
Not a risk of flight. This is the
on
only
that
place
channel.
she's ever lived. Of particular concern to Miss Cochran, defense, and hopefully the court as well. She is currently pregnant, 3 months.
Oh, no.
And
Yes.
so that is a big concern for us, for her being in custody. So far, she's not been getting any prenatal vitamins. Just overall, the medical care she needs.
Just a
at 3
couple of
months pregnant
Flintstones here in the
is,
old pokey.
It's going to be more than what the jail can really comfortably provide. We'd like her to get back to her position. Upon her release, she's going to go back to work as a supervisor for a call center. She's been a supervisor for a year. She's worked
Nice.
there 4 or 5 years. She does have a bachelor's degree from Gordon State College. And again, all of her family is here. She has absolutely no criminal history. There is some mitigation here as far as the allegations, mitigation that she is eager to address in open court, and mitigation that she really needs to speak with her legal counsel outside of custody. So we understand she can't get a UJR given the allegations.
What do you think she
the fact
did?
that
She's
she has no
3
criminal
months pregnant.
history, good job. 3 months pregnant. This is her only home. We would ask you to set a low bond in this case, in the amount.
Pew pews or retail theft? That seems to be the
I wonder if she beat somebody up.
Hear from the state.
Maybe.
Thank you, Judge. Can you hear me? Okay, we've got a new system going on, so I just.
Hear you good, DA Tucker.
Okay, thank you. Yes, we have had victim contact in this case. The victim has advised that there has been some unreported violence in the past.
She did beat
You might be right.
Of violence. And,
Good morning, Robert, and good afternoon.
Robert.
However, he does, recognizing the fact that she is pregnant with his child, he does want contact. He's asking, however, for
She beat up a man, Creed.
Yeah, baby daddy.
In place on her behalf, and then he would like contact. The state
She
is
warned him.
$10,000 bond in this case.
That's
And did he indicate I'm assuming that there's no prior prognosis or diagnosis.
Thank you for the 500 stars, Robert. You're the best.
However,
Robert killing it around stars.
I'm not sure if it's his family has advised. I'm not sure that we've had contact with her family, but his family has advised that there have been
who's first, Meg?
Illness issues in the past.
What do you think, Go?
Diagnosis.
Dude, Rudy?
Thank you. I'm not going to allow her to stay in the home with him.
Good plan.
I just don't believe that that would be in the interest of his safety, especially with multiple prior incidences alleged. So I'm going to order that she does not return.
Wow, that got
to
way louder. Good deal.
Yeah, what happened there?
I don't know.
That's going to be
It's
one
got-
of the conditions.
Like your old Mike when you'd leave the room.
It says here the husband said she walked up and slapped me like I was Chris Rock. I don't even know what that means, Creed.
Them's jokes.
Go along with the state's recommendation that there is no violent contact with the alleged victim in this case.
Wow.
I will allow
She beat
one
my
trip,
ass, y'all.
to the home to retrieve any needed belongings. Police
Wow.
escort, but just one trip for that
Wow.
purpose.
Why you bully me? You fucking bitch. Why you bully me?
Sorry.
Violent contact with the defendant, and I will order that the defendant undergo a mental health.
It's not like we haven't heard a
evaluation
judge say that, right?
prior, and that will need to be handled within 4 weeks.
I didn't know it had swearing in it. By the way, I was looking for this for your joke.
This is the comedy police. The joke's too funny.
So sorry. Thanks, management. Nathan, she's a bit more of with the wine. But
Oh, I bet she lets her hair down. She can be a good time.
Again, she will not return to the Hillary Glenn address. She must follow through, must submit to a mental health evaluation.
but I tell you, everybody is moving really slow. Let's jump over to yours. What is, oh, nice ceiling fan, Tyler. Nice job.
Well, look at the fixture type. I don't know if it's a diorama or whatever behind the judge. And why is there no audio? Give me just a sec.
Oh.
Go back to yours for a sec.
That's an issue.
That can be.
To make the bond, I will set it at $5,000
Yeah, I can't take this today.
with all of those provisions.
Not for 2 hours at least.
No. So sorry, TK.
My signature is now on the bond order and on the special conditions. It should be ready for printing. Give me one moment
Ready
just
now?
to make sure my notes reflect.
Yeah, that's still good enough.
I don't know why StreamYard's been doing that when I would switch.
Really?
The audio
Oh,
not
you're right.
moving
Sorry,
over.
don't hang up yet. I have to do an arraignment on case
Ladies and gentlemen, Stu Mundell is in court today.
That's correct, Your Honor. We'd like to enter a not guilty plea today and waive formal reading. We'd like to address the court regarding release and the next court date, please.
Benjamin's got himself some coffee.
Okay,
Wade's
and,
got that hat perfectly bent.
Name is Yafet Alexis Pozos Vasquez. Looks like date
Wow,
of
he's
birth
got
is
2 coffee cups
6/22/1997.
going. Oh, 2 cups.
Is that right?
2 cups, 1
That's correct.
guy.
And your attorney's telling me you wish to plead not guilty to 1 count being in actual physical control while under the influence. Is that right?
Right.
Oh my God,
Hey,
so
now.
much is going on
Let's
here.
see. There's a big long note in here about PC. So PC is established.
Got like 3 people doing what they're supposed to. Sit still.
Yeah, what is that behind?
Okay, so it
Pink
looks like there
headphones?
was a finding of probable cause previously. So position on release.
Low
this
hanging
would
light,
add
is
on
it?
the
It's
case.
very low. Either
Thanks,
it's one of those
Your
things you
Honor.
make
So
as a
this is,
kid with the solar system.
Kind of a strange deal. Both of these incidents occurred
cloudy
on the
day where
same
Tony's at.
night. And in this case, there was a
John's
blood
gonna be
draw.
a problem.
The results providing a BAC reading of 0.14 and THC in the amount of 8.3 active nanograms. So based on the facts of
Nanograms?
the case and
hell
the
is
2
that?
occurrences in one evening, the state's recommending enhanced supervised release, the interlock device, and scram monitoring while this case is pending.
And Mr. Rollins.
Scram.
Well, Your
monitoring.
Honor, it appears that at least when I
Mr. Lawhorn.
is it in fact that the DUI and the physical
Talks.
control happened in the same evening, or is it the fact that it was charged? The officer wrote up DUI, but then the prosecutor's office changed that to physical control. That was unclear to me.
Yes, I am who's handsome and on purpose.
I'm looking at notes
No.
provided by Ms. Sinclair because she was going to be covering the arraignment yesterday.
That's it.
And her understanding
The
is
boob
that
light.
these were 2 separate incidents on the same evening, one of which was a blood draw and the other not, I believe. Hence the charging the blood draw case later once the results were in. That's my understanding.
The DPA flaunting
Okay.
her wealth.
All right. Okay.
So just
Interesting.
So you know, March, this says on March 26th at approximately 0510 hours. And then when you look at the last
0510 hours, just say it.
That's what I was just looking at. Yeah, it is different times. I was mistaken.
Smoke 'em if
So,
you
Your
got
Honor,
'em,
I
Sean.
think that ignition interlock. I don't see any prior DUIs here in
a
the state of
celebrity or
Washington,
something. He
and so
named
what I'm
himself
asking for, I think
iPhone
ignition
Michael.
interlock is reasonable. I'm worried about the financial
Official.
implications of putting scram in
Check.
pretrial. The case is extremely new to me, so unfortunately I'm at a disadvantage here. I can't elaborate more than that, but I think ignition interlock is reasonable. I just would ask the court to decline to impose the scram.
Scram.
All right, at this point in time, I will order the enhanced pretrial release. And while you're out on release on this new case, you're to obey our laws, maintain contact with your attorney, appear at all scheduled hearings, trial, and otherwise as required by the court. Let's give them the same court date for.
Wade
just
has
make
got
it
to
a
get back to
mandatory
that
order
back
in the
co
same
he's
way he
running.
has for
Thank you, Your
readings
Honor. Thank
Which
you. I was
is
just going to
Mary.
suggest that. Thank you.
At 1 p.m., I think.
Still, I think.
I think it was at 8:30 because we set.
Oh, 8:30, was it? Okay. Whatever
Thank
it
you.
was.
I hope your girlfriend comes
You're not
back
to
from the chase
consume or
today.
possess alcohol, marijuana, or
Oh,
other
wine?
non-prescribed drugs or controlled
Yes, me too.
substances. And install an ignition
Exactly.
interlock device on any
Hawaii.
vehicles that you own or operate.
Hello, Lisa.
That would be sufficient for
Good to
now
see you.
unless there's reasons to question that in the future. All right, so we will go ahead and email you your release conditions. It does tell you to get a hold of pretrial release today and thereafter, and there's some contact information on there, okay?
Punch Sean right
So
in the
we'll make
face.
sure
I know. I'd love to grab him just by that.
All right,
video.
you are good to hang up. at
I have a
this time,
feeling by
sir.
looking at everybody else's camera
All right.
machine, you gotta
Thank
say
you
a
so much.
word to him and let him do court that way too.
Mm-hmm.
So, Your Honor, I think that shows my
Was
docket.
there a Hinkle that
That
you
sound
had
like
on
a
your
fart,
list?
doesn't it?
Derek
Oh,
Hinkle?
yes, Derek Hinkle. Yes.
Is there
Derek?
a Derek Hinkle in the call?
Mr. Kinkle?
He's a little kinky, isn't he?
Not seeing
Derek
him, I do have a phone number. So
Hinkle?
get this thing on, Mr. Wall. I'm gonna try to get a couple of these other attorneys out and I'll get the next group in here. I did see Mr. Bales. Mr. Bales, who are you here on?
Joe, thank you
Good
for
morning,
the
Your Honor. I'm
sound.
here on Mark Green. He is on the call.
Okay, and what do I
Jason
do with Mr. Green's
from the
case?
High Plains District.
It just pertained to me yesterday. So I filed a notice of appearance and a waiver speedy trial. I was going to ask the court over to give us time to
His background's great.
get acquainted with the case.
Oh, God bless you. That little
And the
birdie was.
waiver speedy trial, Mr. Green, I'll just make sure we'll go over it and then I can sign it. I've got it in the court file, Nancy, so I don't think you need to do one.
Jeremy looks like
It
he
does
might
say
kill
that,
somebody.
or you do have a right to have a trial within 90 days of whatever day you pled not guilty. By signing a waiver at the commencement date of today, you're just telling me it's okay to set your trial within 90 days of today's date. It does look like it
It's
has
a
your
Zoom thing,
signature, so if
Vicky.
that's
It's all
okay
about
with you
Zoom,
and you
because-
understand that, right? Could you let me know?
That will be fine. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'm about ready
And
to
then
go
we'll
join
just send them
Tony.
over for a mandatory, Mr. Bales, so you can get on board. And the next mandatory I have is May 10th. And
This
that'll be at
court is
10
so
a.m.
out of hand.
This is, yes, it is.
Do
Very.
we have some other date?
Wow. Jeremy, are you sure he's not an undertaker?
Yeah,
or works
I
at
have
funeral
a
home? 'Cause
Class A
I-
felony trial scheduled
Come
for
on,
that week.
Lurch.
Is
He
April
likes dead bodies. There's no
12
doubt
or
about it.
April
Just look
13th
at him.
too soon for you?
No, Your Honor, that would actually be perfect for me.
Okay. Well, and it's my arraignment docket, so I'll put them on April 13th at 8:30 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, and then Mr. Green, I'm gonna make sure I got good contact. I have a hotmail.com email for you. Is that still a good email?
Hotmail. What'd you just say?
All right, and you're good to hang up,
Hotmail.com.
and we'll get that emailed to you your next court date, okay?
I better.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's my only matter. So have a good docket.
Just closing the breakout room and getting your clients back out. Let's
It's
see,
like
I have,
Nobody cares, Jason. Trying to be
It's like-
cool over there.
This close to like something breaking out here. I can feel it, yeah.
Autumn Magro, who are you?
Good
here?
morning. Good afternoon.
This is like one of those courtrooms where
All right,
something
Mr.
bad's
O'Connor
gonna
appears to be
happen.
in the hearing.
Yeah.
And what are we wanting to do with Mr.
Like somebody
O'Connor's
naked
case?
walks out in the middle.
We can set
Above
this
Tony, or is
case
it
for
changed?
readiness and trial.
Tyler's above Tony. Dodd, I miss.
Looks like he came in on
Hey,
a canceled warrant
speaking of
on
which,
February 18th.
what up, Andrew? Look at all the
That was
stuff he's
during a
got.
period of time when Speedy was told, so it'll
He's got
start
money,
out
Creed.
February
He's not afraid to show
18th,
it.
which gives us until May 29th for trial. And the only trial dates I have are at the end of April. So I have April 21st, 22nd, 28th, or 29th available for trial, Ms. Magro.
April 29th. I'm sorry, April 21st would be fine.
She gives
Okay,
no
and does
shit.
that work, Ms. Sinette, for the state?
It should, Your Honor. Thank you.
April
The
21st
Wild
will be
West in here.
trial.
Much more, I
Readiness
bet
is,
Isaac is here because he doesn't
going
have a
to be because
license.
I'm out of town, so readiness will be April 18th, that same
Behind the
week,
wheel.
and it'll be at 8:30 a.m.
No,
Wait,
no,
what
no,
date-
friend's vehicle. No, no,
No, it'll
no,
be at
no, no.
1
I didn't
p.m.,
drive
sorry.
here.
I'm in Great Britain right now. The
And then
steering wheel is
there
actually on the
is-
other side of the car, Your Honor.
Not an omnibus request in the file yet, but the speedy trial deadline for providing those answers will be, or the discovery deadline will be April 7th.
Nathan was just asking if you're single, Lambo Red.
And so, Mr. O'Connor, we're gonna email you after court a copy of those court dates. I have a gmail.com email. Is that still a good email for you, sir?
Yeah, I can see that.
And you are muted, so I don't know if you can unmute there.
Yes, Your
Perfect. All right, so you
Oh,
are
yes.
hang up. And is that it
Perfect.
for you as well, Miss
Yes.
Magro?
Yes.
Okay.
I
You
like
guys
this
are good to
court.
disconnect
Have we
then.
ever been on here with her?
And
I mean, I
Mr.
don't have a clue what's going on.
Wheeler, let's
but,
go ahead and go back to
It's all
your
over the place.
client with the
Okay.
interpreter.
I mean, look
Mr.
how they're just
Calderon.
changing and
Oh, yeah.
moving. And...
Procedamos con su cliente y
Everything
la
is moving.
intérprete para el caso del señor Calderón.
Oh, now we brought in an interpreter out
Oh,
of
she's
nowhere.
speaking French,
And what are
huh?
we wanting to do at this time?
¿Qué desea hacer el día de hoy?
Thank you, Your Honor. We're in negotiation at this time with Ms. Trogstead.
Sí, su señoría, estamos en el proceso de negociación junto con la fiscal.
The offer we're working on is contingent on Mr. Calderon completing a 16-week treatment program.
La oferta de la fiscalía la presente es contingente con que mi cliente complete el programa de tratamiento de 16 semanas.
He has started treatment.
Él ya empezó dicho tratamiento.
And he'll be completed with the program mid-June.
Y él estará completando el programa a mediados de junio.
As I believe we will reach resolution, my hope is to set to a sentencing date rather than a readiness and trial date, if allowed.
Creo que este caso, como se dirige hacia una resolución para resolver el caso, preferiría entonces fijar una fecha para un cambio de contestación en ese entonces, en vez de fijar una fecha previa al juicio más fecha de juicio.
And that's fine with a waiver commencing that day.
Hey, at least Zoom isn't
Y
farting.
está bien con una fecha de comienzo a partir de esa fecha.
So I have June 7th.
Isaac is
which may be
concentrating.
too soon. I also have July 12th or July 19th.
Tengo las fechas de 6 y 7 de junio, pero de pronto estas están muy encima, pero también tengo las fechas de julio 12 y 19.
Because there's licensing consequences, I think we'll have to take the latest June date, which it sounds
By the way,
Nice.
while we have a second,
You've
everybody,
got lots of
please,
time.
please remember to like this video. We appreciate everybody coming back. If you are new, say, hey, I'm new around here. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. And if you're on Facebook, share.
Yes, Facebook needs more court. I'm sorry, I'm just too busy watching everybody.
De 90
I
días a
again
partir de
have
la
no
fecha,
idea what's going
cualquier
on with
fecha
anything
que
in
haya
this court,
presentado
but I
su
love it.
contestación de no culpabilidad.
They're going to send Isaac to L treatment.
You're just telling me that it is okay to set your trial within 90 days of that date.
Al firmar una renuncia al juicio sin demora con una nueva fecha de comienzo de junio 7, usted me está indicando que está de acuerdo con este aplazamiento.
Sí.
Do you understand that, right?
¿Usted
What is
entiende lo que
iPhone Michael
significa su
doing?
derecho al
Cleaning his
juicio sin
fingernails?
demora?
Yes.
And is that
Talking to
okay
some of
with
his
you?
fans.
¿Y está de
tell 'em.
acuerdo con esto?
Yes.
Yes.
So
See,
June 7th at 8:30 will be your next court date.
Su próxima comparecencia entonces será para junio 7 a las 8:30 de la mañana.
This is one of
Mr.
those
Wheeler, it doesn't appear that I have
cases
an
with an
email
interpreter,
for
and
Mr.
I don't even
Calderon. Is that
care.
something we could email to your office?
It
and you
really
could
is
forward
just-
to him?
Señor Wheeler, parece que no tenemos una dirección de correo electrónico de su cliente. Está bien si le enviamos los documentos directamente a su oficina para que a su vez se los haga llegar a su cliente.
Tony's at the
Yes,
park. He's
please,
trying to
Your
get a
Honor.
pickup game.
Sí, por favor, su señoría.
So Mr. Calderon, you are good to hang up at this time. We'll send you a copy of your next
Huh?
court date to your lawyer's office and he'll forward
What?
it to you.
What?
Muy bien, señor Calderón. Vamos a estar mandándole sus documentos a la oficina
Look
de
at
su
me, I'm
abogado para que él a su vez se los entregue y esto ya es todo por hoy. Ya se puede desconectar.
Benjamin,
Okay. Gracias.
Oh, okay, thank you.
thank you for your
You're welcome.
contribution. Todd.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Dot, dot,
Thank you.
dot,
Is that it
counsel.
with the
bitch.
interpreter as well?
I believe so, Your Honor. Thank you.
And Mr. Wheeler, we got all your comments, correct?
We did, Your Honor. Thank you very much, and thank you to Madam
Nope,
Interpreter.
perfect timing.
Anytime,
Right,
thank you.
Mr. Busby, who am I looking for?
Apollina Green, Your Honor.
Did we just do green?
Apollina Green.
Ryan comes in coughing.
She should be here. She is here early. There she is. All right, and Mr. Busby, what do we want to do on Miss Green's case? She is
Tyler's
down
laying
here.
on the
Miss
floor
Green, you
staring
might-
at his
there we go.
nice fan.
Thank you, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I have not received discovery on this case yet. And so we're going to need to set out either for another pretrial hearing or we can set dates for a readiness.
Starring William
But
LeBlanc.
we would ask to set it out a way so I have opportunity to review discovery.
Are you meeting that would give us, I could give you some June dates then, otherwise I'd have to set you in
We have a
April.
cough
But if you
button?
wait today.
Me
that would
neither.
give us
That's how
enough
good this
time
cast
to
of characters
set it in
is.
June.
It's amazing.
Yes, Ms. Green would be willing to waive.
Thank you.
All right, so Ms. Green, you have a right to have a trial within 90 days of whatever day you plead not guilty. By signing a waiver with a commencement date of today's date, you're just telling me it's okay to set your trial within 90 days of today. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
And is that all right with you?
Who's that talking?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
All right, so that is going to give us
Remember
until
somebody on the
May
phone.
29th. Or, I'm sorry.
Those request lines are lighting up.
Today's waiver. June 27th, that's right, thank you. That'll give us till June 27th. I thought I'd done something wrong there. And I do have trial dates, June 2nd, 3rd, 9th, or 10th, Mr. Busby.
I do have the parole board up. They've
Your
been
Honor, the
working
9th would
on
work for defense.
same
Right,
No,
person.
actually, I apologize. That won't work.
Huh?
Feel free.
June 3rd.
This guy's dying over here.
Does that work for
He's
the,
not making it to June
state?
3rd.
It should, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, June 3rd will be trial. That'll be at 8:30. And the
I don't
readiness is
know.
going to be that same week, Mr.
No,
Busby, because I'm gone the week before. So it'll be May 31st, also at 8:30 a.m.
Judge
The
clutched the
discovery
fuck.
deadline is going to be May 20th.
Benjamin gave up and went to get another cup of drink.
And
He had to go comb his
I'm
beard
not
out again.
seeing an omnibus request, but if you could
Put some
provide
oils
all
in it.
answers before that May 20th date, that would be great.
My God,
And
really?
see, and then Miss Green. I don't happen to have that email from Miss Green, Mr. Busby. Is that something we could email
I
to
wouldn't
you and
have
you
it.
could forward on to your client?
I can do that, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Don't
Sounds like
you
you're
think Amy's
not feeling
puking?
too good, so I hope you feel better soon.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, and Miss Green, you are okay to disconnect.
She's
We'll make sure we
wretched.
get the court date sent off to your attorney and he'll. forward those to you,
Usually
right?
we know what's going on or
Thank
have
you,
a
Your
pretty
Honor.
good idea. I have
You're
no, I don't know.
All right,
I don't know
Mr.
who's who.
Mayor,
This is a big
Mr.
apology. Let me go ahead and start by
Shane
apologizing.
Phillips.
Yes, please do.
This is
There's
not.
Shane Phillips in here.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
We
I-
keep
There you
bringing
are.
in people like
Thank
Shane
you.
Phillips. I mean,
Yes,
And what are we wanting to do,
it's a
Mr.
constant
Mellon?
cast of characters.
He's ready to plead. I assume we'll have to put on a change of plea docket.
Stay
Okay.
here while I go
We can
check
do it
the
today if you're
traffic
ready,
weather
but,
together. And
Go
we
ahead.
just
Oh,
gotta,
there's in time.
we just gotta break it off. We got to go. We
Yeah,
gotta
I'd like to
leave.
get, it might take
We
a
gotta go
while,
somewhere
so
else.
it might be better to put it on the change of plea
Love
docket
this.
if you guys are okay with that. Let me see if I have.
Yeah,
this is what you call a judge that just doesn't have it go together.
It's insane. It's not just her though. It's
So
even
the next
it's
one
the
I
whole
have
cast of characters.
is April 18th or April 19th, excuse me.
All right,
Are
guys,
you
get
okay
your
with
guesses
that,
in. What did Mr.
Mellon?
Phillips do?
Yes.
And then are we okay doing a waiver effective either today or that date, just to make sure we don't run out of speedy trial in case there's a change of mind?
Sure.
All right, so Mr. Phillips, you have a right to have a trial within 90
we're all
days of
alone
whatever
now.
day you pled not guilty. By signing a waiver at the commencement date
Damn.
of today's date, you're just
He
telling
heard
me it's
Phillips. He
okay
thought it
to
was him.
reset your trial or set your trial within 90 days of today if you don't change your plea on that April 19th date. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that all right with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
So April 19th at 8:30 will be your next court date, and I have a gmail.com email for you with the number 04 in it. Is that still a good email?
I have
That's
a
correct.
Hotmail that ends in
Perfect. All right, you are good
69.
to
Is that
disconnect
yours?
at this time, and I will see you on that next court date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, is that it for you, Mr. Mellon?
Yep. Thank you.
No problem. And Mr. Camisa, who are we looking for?
Oh. It's like
Your
the
Honor,
Mount
I'm
Rushmore of
covering all
ugly
John
up there right
Terry's
now.
Cases on the docket. The first one be Natalie Benish.
Okay, she's still in the waiting room. Do you have someone else that might be in this room here?
Is there Arzara Hardy?
Couple of them
In the
definitely
waiting
are.
room? Anybody else? I'll admit a minute, but I'm trying to clear out who I got in here right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, Tyler Howes would be the last one.
I'm
here.
He's here. You got one.
Okay, yeah.
What do we want to do with Mr. House?
Well, this is the first trial setting, so Mr. Terry just asked me to
Single
motion
ready
to
to mingle.
continue trial for further negotiations.
Okay, so actually today would be the time to set it for trial.
Okay, yeah,
And
if we could set it for
so
trial.
Speedy will start February 28th because of the tolling period. So we have till May 29th. And the trial dates I have are April 21st, 22nd, 28th, 29th.
Could we do April 29th, please?
And does that work for the state, Ms. Danette?
It does, Your Honor. Thank you.
Quit your farm bragging around
April
here.
29th will be trial. Readiness is going to be April 18th. Both of those will be at 8:30 a.m. April 15th will be the discovery deadline. And there is an omnibus request in here, Mr. Comisa. Do you know what the nature of the defense is on this case?
No, Your Honor, I'm sorry, I don't know.
All right, so I'm just going to sign the order and then just make sure Mr. Terry provides the omnibus request answers by the
Yeah, you
discovery
can bust it
deadline.
in.
And then
Okay, I'll
Mr.
make you one up.
We will email you, hopefully. I don't happen to show Mr. House on my contact list. Is this something we could email to Mr. Terry's office and you guys would forward it to Mr. House?
Yes, Your Honor.
Perfect. So Mr. House.
David
we'll
thinks
send
he's
this
got
off to your
books.
attorney, and
Some
then
bitch,
I'll
I
get
got
a
books
copy
right
to you,
here.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Come here with those
All right,
weak
you're
ass
good to
books.
hang out, sir. And then I'll come back to you in a second.
Fred gets
Mr.
all the women.
Camisa. Mr. Carly, who do you have?
Your Honor, I have Mr. Liviu Bulbuk, B-U-L-B-U-K.
I have Olivia.
That's him.
Hooked up though. I'm gonna remove my screen because we handle. He is. And what's
Tony
last
creeping
name?
out.
Yes.
Tony's looking into your soul at this very
And
moment.
Mr. Bulbuk, can you hear us okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Perfect. All right, what do we want to do, Mr. Curley?
Your Honor, at this time, we're just asking to set his matter for trial.
All right, he pled not guilty.
I will
February
check that out.
16th, which was a time when we were tolling Speedy. So February 28th
Over to
will be the
200.
start of Speedy trial, which gives us until May 29th for the Speedy trial deadline. And Mr. Carly, for trial dates, I have April 21st, 22nd, 28th, or 29th.
I think April 22 would be great.
All right, and does that work, Ms. Danette?
It should, Your Honor. Thank you.
So April 22nd will be trial. The readiness is going to be that same week because I'm gone the Monday prior. So it's going to be April 18th at 1 p.m. And the discovery deadline will be April 8th. I do have an
Sorry
omnibus,
for this insanity.
request in the
We've got
file,
a
Mr.
parole
Carly,
hearing
nature of the
coming up.
defense.
That means that they just finished one. Let's see.
We're hoping Bluegrass that we'll we're going to keep an eye out for it, and hopefully we'll be
Yeah,
able to catch that when it comes back.
Yeah, we have
because-
no clue when that's going to be, so we shall see. Denied and a granted so far, 50-50 it looks like, as far as we can see, but James McCrary.
I'll take those odds. Those are
McCray.
pretty good odds, man. 50-50 on
Yeah,
a
but there were
busy court
6.
day.
We can only see 2, though. Anyways, as soon as that pops up, we'll go
Is that
to
it
it.
for you, Mr.
Back
Curley?
to this insanity for another minute while I say,
No, Your Honor.
thank you and
Although I think
hallelujah,
my client
Gina.
left. There was Benjamin Phelps that was here.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
in the waiting room. I can admit him.
The beard.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Bulbeck, I'm gonna go ahead and remove you because you're done, all right?
Okay, thank you so much, Your Honor.
And then Mr.
Look at his
Goodman,
hair on
are
the
you
side,
here
Jim.
on
His
somebody?
hair.
Yes, Your Honor, here on the William LeBlanc matter, and he's present on Zoom.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. LeBlanc is up here. And what are we going to do on Mr. LeBlanc's case?
Thank you, Your Honor. We're asking to set for trial at this point. I will say we still are in negotiations. I think we'll likely be reaching a resolution. We're not ready yet. We'd have to just set trial dates and perhaps a readiness before we may be able to resolve should we reach an agreement.
Okay. So
Not
he
so
was
great
arraigned
odds over there,
January 3rd. I think Speedy was suspended January 7th through February
No.
28th.
I think
So
there's also a waiver, Your Honor. I believe we filed a waiver last time we continued.
Yeah, I don't have that. Do you want to waive as of today? That would give us a little bit more time. I could set you out. a little further.
Absolutely, Your Honor. We've spoken about that before, and then William was
Lurch even
just
kinda
about
talks
again
about
that right to a speedy trial. We're just resetting that 90-day clock. So the new deadline would be 90 days from today, as opposed to the previous deadline. Any questions or issues with that, William?
And
I'll be happy to use that.
What was,
No,
what
you're
was
okay with
that?
So we'll commence the date of today's date, which just means
Even
we'll have to
a
give
lot
you
of
trial
strange
within 90
noises.
days of
Tons of
today.
strange
And
noises.
that'll give us till June 27th. So that I do have some dates, Mr. Goodwin, in June. At June 2nd, 3rd.
All right. All of them. None of them will stop moving. It's insane.
She said she remember when she was let loose, denied bail. That's funny. What were you in jail for? KADRAA 74.
He looks scared.
I would be too.
Good afternoon.
At least that one tough guy isn't here.
Good afternoon.
Are you Mr. McCray? Mr. McCray?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, we're getting kind of a Bella for some reason.
Sounds good to me.
No, no one knows this.
Tell us your name.
You hear me? She can
Yes.
hear me? James McCree, 45-14-12.
All right, can you hear us?
Yes, ma'am. It's
Do
off
you
and
hear
on.
the echo?
Yeah, you hear the echo? Yeah, it's keep jumping out.
Yeah,
Off to a great start.
well, we're gonna see if we can do this. My name is Cheryl Renanza. Seated on the panel today with me, to my left is Mr. Alvin Roche, to my right is Mr. Tony Marabella. I'm
What
gonna
about me?
read some information into the record, ask you to confirm it, and then I want Mr. Marabella, he'll be asking you some questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then we'll hear from the facility staff, and before we vote, you'll be allowed to make a statement if you want.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
Careful.
Okay, so you are James McCray, your DOC number is 451412. You're classified as a second offender. You're currently serving a 99-year sentence. You were sentenced October 18, 2002 for forcible rape, armed robbery, and attempted second-degree murder.
Great.
Your parole eligibility date's August 1st, 2021. You don't earn good time.
I'm
Your
used to it.
full-term date, January 1921.
Look, Glenn.
Is that correct?
James, I don't want to say anything, but
Would you answer Mr. Marabella, please?
there looks like a
Mr.
vent
McCray,
right there to your left.
My name is Tony Marabella. I'm
You can
gonna
crawl
ask
out
you
there.
a few questions.
You can get out
You
there.
okay?
Yes,
How old are you, Mr. McCray?
49.
Hold on to your hats,
49.
kid.
How long have you been in prison on this charge?
Since I was 27.
I'm sorry,
Since I was 27.
27 years?
Yeah, 27 years old.
Since you were 27.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah, he's not
So
young.
you've been in about 22 years. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your education. How far did you go in school?
9th grade.
Ooh.
Have you worked on your GED while you've been in prison?
I'm in school right now at this moment.
Okay, are you studying for your GED? You doing work for you towards your GED?
I'm in school right now. I've been in school.
Have you not had enough time to get your
Literacy
GED?
school or
Yes.
working on
Yes,
GED?
literacy,
Okay.
literacy school.
I was looking to see, it doesn't appear that you've taken a whole lot of programs. Is that correct?
Yes.
Why haven't you taken more programs?
So I ain't hear you. What do you say?
I show that you've taken pre-release, anger management, victim awareness. Have you taken any other programs besides the ones I just mentioned to you?
I took the behavioral management program.
Okay. Did you take sex offender treatment?
No.
Raging Cajun?
Did you have an opportunity to take sex offender treatment?
No.
Really?
I took everything but that. I tried, but I ain't have an opportunity.
Too busy.
Tell me a little bit.
Got a lot going on.
Brian. Tell me
A lot of
why you
irons in the
did what
fire.
you did. My understanding, you went to this lady's house, you
Yeah.
asked to use the phone, you broke in and you raped her. Tell me why. What happened?
I was young and stupid. It was just stupid on my behalf. Something I didn't have to do.
Yes,
Well,
Lynn.
we both agree with that, but
I'm not gonna come in
you
here.
want alcohol or drugs or anything like that?
I'm not gonna put that off on no drug. That was something I didn't have to do. I'm not gonna come in here lying to y'all like I'm pointing the finger at myself.
Well, did you do drugs and drink alcohol back
I
then?
smoked the marijuana on and off, but it wasn't nothing bad.
You ever use cocaine?
No, sir.
Why
You
not?
ever done drugs? How often did you use alcohol?
I drunk alcohol more than marijuana, so I drunk a little more. It wasn't bad to no point to where I needed no rehab or none of that.
So you didn't think you were bad enough to need rehab?
No,
Do you think you need any kind of rehab now?
no.
Now, let's talk a little bit about your disciplinary record. You've had 13 write-ups in the year 2020. That was 2 years ago.
Yes.
It was a tough year.
5 of
The
those
toughest.
intoxication. What was that about?
That was before I went in the program. I don't mess with drugs anymore.
Well, that was just a year and a half ago. So what drugs were you using a year and a half ago?
I was smoking Mojo.
Smoking Mojo.
Tell me more about this Mojo, please.
And what
Mojo, you
have
say?
you been in since then?
Behavioral management program, and I'm in GED school right now, literacy school.
Okay. Well,
No,
you
there's
said
no way
that
in hell he's
before
getting
you
out.
did your programs. The only program that I see that you've done since 2020 is your behavioral management program. All the other programs you did in 2016, right?
Yes.
Now, after
What'd you say?
this crime, it looks like, did you bond out? Were you out of jail? Did you stay out of jail?
No, sir. I never bond out.
Because it looks like you got 2 criminal damage charges after that. Was that in prison?
No, that happened in the parish jail. They had a broke phone.
Okay, that's I guess my question was for. That happened while you were in jail.
Yeah, that happened before I come there and go.
Okay, well, tell me what those 2 criminal damage charges were about.
It was breaking a phone. It was just
How did you do?
It was stupid. It was stupid in my behalf. Some shit I shouldn't have done.
Some shit I shouldn't have done.
Some shit I shouldn't have done, y'all.
Yeah, guilty to that.
When you committed this crime, you weren't on supervision, but you had just gotten out of jail in Mississippi, hadn't you, about a year?
Yes.
Right, Rick.
What were you in jail in Mississippi for, or in prison in Mississippi for?
Aggravated assault and armed robbery.
Just some stupid shit.
I was
And
27.
you have a hold
I was
out of
young.
Poplar,
I was a
Mississippi.
child.
What is that about?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Well, I
You have
know.
a detainer on. You have
Yeah.
charges still in Mississippi?
Yes.
What are those
It's
charges?
supposedly strong arm in charge.
Strong
arm. Yeah.
charge, like robbery charge?
Yes. It wasn't no
Strong
weapons or nothing involved.
Have you gone to court on that, or is that
Yeah.
something that
I
you've
have
never been?
never been fingerprinted or nothing for it.
I'm sorry, what?
I hadn't been to court or nothing. It been fingerprinted for it or nothing, but they supposed to be getting it out of my jack.
Okay.
Supposed to be getting it out of my jack?
They have a time, a statute of limitation on it. It's been 20 years, 20, 21, 20 years ago.
I'm gonna get away on a technicality, Your Honor.
I've never been arrested for it.
Gordon, can you tell us anything about Mr. McCray?
Not nothing good.
All I can tell you was that he was afforded the opportunity to participate in the sex offender treatment program.
Oh, they got a cameraman there now.
He refused it, and the date is January 8th, 2003.
Oh, okay. So he was offered, but he refused the sex offender treatment program.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Thank you, Warden. That's all I've got.
How does that happen?
Mr. McCray, is there a statement you'd like to make to us before we vote?
If it's anything that y'all want me to require me to have in order to make parole, I'm willing to take them classes, whatever it is, it might be. I'm not refused.
Well, good. That's good to hear. Appreciate that. All right, I think we're prepared to vote. We'll start with Mr. Marabella.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Mr. McCray, I believe you need some more programs. You're in jail on a very serious sex offense. Our sex treatment program is critically important. Things that you can learn and know about. You've asked what you think you need to do. I think you need that for you. I think it's a program that can help you. I think you need to do some other programs as well. I think you need to work on your substance abuse. Apparently, you've got more serious substance abuse problem than you think you do. You've got a number of intoxication charges. It sounds like you want to do some things that can help you. I'm going to encourage you to try to take as many of those programs as you can. But for today's vote, my vote
Just
is
sat
to
back with
deny
that
your
look
parole.
when he
I would
says that about
encourage
the
you to
program.
take as many programs as you possibly can, especially that sex offender program. Thank you, man.
Why, if you're in prison that long, would you not want to take those things?
My vote is the same, for the same reasons. You need to enroll in the sex offender treatment program.
It's a ditto.
And you need to stop getting write-ups. We had 14 or 15 write-ups, Class B write-ups in 2020. That's totally unacceptable. You will not get early release with a rate like that.
Okay.
Even if you were lazy for like 3 years and then just slam them all in on that last year, you know what I mean?
Yeah, needs a little something to do.
Mr. McCray.
For those reasons, I deny your request.
Okay.
Mr. McCray, I'm glad to hear you say that you're willing to take whatever we think you might need.
Now.
We got some more work.
Now.
Yes, ma'am.
He is.
Now we're forcing your hand, sir.
Right.
Warden Ambo is there, and maybe she can help you get in those programs. The sex offender treatment is critical. You got to do that.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm glad that you're enrolled in the GED program for literacy so that you can work your way up to the GED. That's encouraging.
Yes, ma'am.
But it's important. The sex offender treatment. You're here for
to be breaking phones
sex
tonight.
offense, but you didn't mention there was a sex offense involved in that Mississippi charge as well.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
Correct. And so get with the warden there.
Kind of wacky today,
That
Anthony.
program.
Kind of.
Don't get any more write-ups. When you're eligible to reapply. Good luck to you. But my vote today also is to deny for those reasons.
Denied.
Good luck.
Denied.
Rightfully so.
I say good luck to you.
I want to thank all y'all for the opportunity.
Well,
Good
you
to see you again.
have
Good
an
luck.
opportunity. But
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Or
All
Ambo,
the
that
denied. What'd they
business
say?
with your facility with Jared, it's
that
wonderful.
is it over there. No surprise on that one. I gotta say. Oh, and we're back here again, but just down to one.
Well, that's what I signed the papers just I think last
Best
week or
for
the week
last,
before. I went to the office and signed the papers for that.
All right, so I just didn't get that paperwork yet, so what I can do is put
She
you
got
on one of
Frisbee
my
in her hand?
plea dockets, if you're okay with that. And I have April 19th or April 26th. Does one of those court dates work for you?
Hold on, let me check my calendar.
I'm very busy, Your Honor.
Whoa.
Building right-hand side. A notice with the dates, the times, and
That's some nice hair.
your attorney is going to get sent over to the jail.
Anybody
today.
talk about holding out for anybody? Here you go.
And the mailing address we have for you, sir, is on Congress. Is that correct?
Sure.
Okay, very good. If you're ever found guilty of anything, in order to pay any money, the money would be due and payable in full on the date of sentencing. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about what I've said so far?
No.
Mr. Rolando, questions or anything else that you need right now?
No, sir.
I hate that we
All right.
missed his charges.
Mr. Bashir, in regards
Buggery.
to setting a bond, are you on probation or parole right now?
I'm not.
Have you ever been convicted of a crime before at any time in the United States of America?
Just a DUI.
Oh, that's it?
Okay, one or more than one?
Who doesn't have those?
Just one.
About how long ago, if you know?
What year is it?
2017.
Okay, so 4 or 5 years ago.
Congrats on keeping your nose clean that long.
While that case was going on, did you ever fail to appear?
No, I did not.
Other than the charges we're talking about right now today, do you have any other pending charges anywhere in the state of Michigan right now?
No, I don't.
How long have you lived in the Caro area?
Yeah, he's got that H3H3 thing happening.
You trying to date me, Your Honor?
Why are you single, Your Honor?
Trick question.
Probably about 8 years.
Boy, that was a
Did you live in Michigan before that?
He had to think.
Yeah, from my
head's gonna
last-
start smoking if he asks him any more questions.
So have you lived in kind of the Sanilac, Tuscola County area basically all of your life?
Yeah.
Do you have family that lives in that area too?
Yeah.
Are you currently employed?
No, I'm searching for employment, sir.
When were you last employed?
8 years ago.
November.
What were you
last
doing?
Year 21?
Yeah.
What type of work were you doing?
I was working up here at Pioneer Sugars, labor.
Okay, doing the campaign?
Yeah.
Okay.
And why did you get fired?
Mr. Rolando, is there anything else you would like me to take into consideration?
I was running for mayor.
Yes,
That
sir.
was
He
the
does have one
campaign.
prior conviction, but other than that, nothing. He has lived in the general area for his whole life. All his family's from here. He is looking for work, as he said. He did not know there was a warrant, or else he would have turned himself in. He does not have any income or savings or property to use to post bonds, so we'd ask that you set a PR bond for him at this time.
Okay,
$0.
And Mr. Bashir, you are welcome to talk about yourself for purposes of bond if you would like to. I'm not asking about what allegedly happened. You don't have
For
to
God's
say
sake,
anything if you don't want to. But if there is something that you think I should know about you that I have not asked about, you're welcome to tell me.
Yeah, right now I'm just trying to get employed and get back on my feet so you can just move past this hiccup and learn from it and not do the stupid shit again.
Well put, sir.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Rolando, anything else?
No, sir.
No, sir. We want him to be off this
So,
stupid
Mr.
shit
Bashir,
soon.
did the police just like come knock on the door last night or what happened?
Yeah. Yeah. The original crime said happened at Walmart.
Mr. Bashir, you don't want to talk about what allegedly happened. As far as the case goes, just
They let me go home.
Calm down, Mark the Bagger.
And they served me with a warrant last night.
Okay, all right. Mr. Rolando, anything else?
no, sir.
Okay.
Currently unemployed barber.
Apparently something happened at Walmart, JJ.
Yeah. As soon as he said
that.
Walmart, he's like, shut up. Be quiet. We want to stuck with it right now.
It's just his eyes. He said, like watching H3H3. Poor
His
dude. I
beautiful
couldn't
eyes.
imagine the twitches. Everything starts at Walmart.
We'll know if it happened at Walmart because they'll say you're not allowed to go there anymore.
Set it at
That's
$8,000
good point.
personal recognizance. What that means is you will be able to get out of jail today based on your promise. You're going to continue to appear at everything, follow all the standard terms and conditions of a bond. In addition to the standard terms and conditions, you're not to use alcohol, marijuana, illegal controlled substances, and you're not to purchase or possess firearms.
Does it get kicked from all the Walmarts in the county or just that particular
Do you have any
Walmart?
questions about
Just that
anything?
one.
No, thank you.
Wait,
Do you have questions about anything else that I've said today?
he hasn't even said it.
No, sir.
Because he's allowed to go shop at the
Wanda,
Walmart.
questions or anything else that you need?
No, sir.
Damn. No, and then they cut it. Yeah, out. That's what they call a hard out.
Within 90 days of
We
today,
brought back
there's
Benjamin for some reason.
You're probably an expert on it now because you've heard a number of people doing it. So May 10th at 10 a.m. will be your next court appearance, and we'll just print out a copy of that for you. Also,
Judge
we'll put
Simpson
some
is on
email
today. He
contact,
just isn't up
on
yet.
there. So if you want to reach out to the prosecutor's office,
Yeah, it's just a shot of a ceiling, a TV, and the courtroom.
They got more people watching right now than we do.
and she'll print that out for you here in just a moment.
Not by much, though.
Okay,
Not by much.
Mr. Curley, did you say you had Mr. Phelps's case?
That's correct, Your Honor, yes.
Entirely agree that I would participate with those services.
Phelps was there and then he disappeared on me. And then, let me just check.
The hell was that
Mr.
noise?
Hinkle for Mr. Lawhorn. Derek Hinkle. I do have a phone number.
Mr.
so you have
Kegel?
to unmute
Mr.
yourself
Derek
if
Kegel?
Derek Hinkle is here.
Doing his exercises.
Mr. Lawhorn's been here since 8:30, so let me take a look at his case, Mr. Lawhorn. Case
What's wrong with Dave? Is Dave okay?
Not just
Is Dave-
jurisdiction for no reason at all. And she was not.
He just
willing to
blinked.
make Any admissions to any of the allegations.
Thought he was Dave framed.
And that is the only reason we have to go to trial, because the court has to have some fact in order to take jurisdiction.
We'll go back there in an hour. Benjamin's still going to be there with coffee.
I understand. I just find it very strange.
Well, and I will tell you that these cases, they're not criminal cases, they're not civil cases, they're kind of a hybrid of their own, and it is a little hard to understand. And I get that.
It's very sad.
Could we get a wellness check on Dave, please?
I cannot.
I love Judge Grizz.
Concerning the welfare of the children.
He just moved and blinked.
I have jurisdiction, and I can only get that one of two ways. Either the jury says, yes, you have jurisdiction, or the parent says, I will give the court jurisdiction. And those are the admissions Mr. Brown was talking about. You can have a further discussion with him. We can't resolve it today. If it's resolvable before trial, wonderful. We could probably do it next Tuesday. But right now,
See you next Tuesday.
Fire tablets in her own house, the mask on. Yeah.
It may not be, but that's my job.
Yeah, JJ.
To have these trials when I'm asked, and Mr. Sommerfeld's job, Mr. Brown's job, and Mr. Leonard's.
She got a neck brace on?
And you are absolutely 100% entitled to a trial. No question about that. So I'm going to give you a chance to talk to Mr. Brown further. Mr. Brown doesn't know this perhaps, but we have a hearing on Mr. Morgan, who's in the jail, and we need to conduct. But do you need to speak to Ms. Kaskorkas some more?
Ms. Kaskorkas, bad girl.
If the court has time, I can speak to her.
I think we could probably do that now if you'd limit it to say 10 minutes at the most.
Just like Andrew Dice Clay.
Time. We'll in the meantime call the jail. I understand you've already talked to Mr. Morgan. And so we can, so why don't you make sure you are back on, say at about 25 after.
I will do that, Judge.
The jail is already here. Okay, they're way ahead of me.
Okay.
So would it be possible for you to call Ms. Kaskorkas after your hearing with Mr. Morgan?
I can do that.
And so, ma'am, he'll be calling you sometime to discuss this.
Somebody prop up Paul.
You and Mr. Brown decide that we need to have another hearing before the trial. We can do it next week, next Tuesday, a week from today.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, very good. So other than that, if we don't have another hearing, we'll see. Marcus, you know that if we go to trial, it will be in person here at the courthouse by the high school in Gaylord.
Yes, sir.
Over by the high school.
And you should probably be there about 10 or 15 minutes early at least.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Leonardson, did you have any comments?
No, I do not.
It speaks.
That does conclude.
It's alive.
I have some collection cases I'll have to address on NA matters, but that's the only thing on this, the regular
Leonardson.
docket. But right now I'm going to go into the hearing on Mr. Morgan. But it does conclude Cus Corpus.
I'm sorry, Dave is one of my new favorite characters on the show.
I'd like to see Dave and Floyd together.
Brown is here, Ms. Brooker is here. My understanding, Mr. Brown, from what Ms. Brooker said at the earlier bond hearing,
With Clark W. Griswold.
I know part of this is true because of the court's involvement in it. He is charged with having contact with the person whom there is a no contact order.
And Ronnie in the center square.
Ms. Dickey, and yesterday I got a request to change a bond to a personal recognizance bond because he supposedly had contact with him. There's some type of medical emergency. I signed a personal recognizance bond. He was at the hospital. And according to Ms. Brooker, after his release from the hospital, he again allegedly had contact with Ms. Dickey, which is why we're here.
Did you say Mrs. Dickey?
Allegedly 2 contacts in one day. Is that your understanding as to what the allegations were?
That is my understanding of the allegations. I was unaware there were 2 contacts, I guess, alleged during the same day, but I am aware of the situation.
And the immediate concern, because I don't understand either of the contacts were alleged that Mr. Morgan threatened or committed any harm against Ms. Dickey. But, it is a little concerning, assuming that this is true, that he did it and then a very short time later did it again. Both in violation of the order.
Look, it's simple. He's not have any more contact with Mrs. Dickey.
Jail. On the other hand, I do have a desire for him to stay away from Ms. Dickey.
Hands off Miss Dickey.
No touching the Dickey.
I don't know if we
Think
want
about
to go on with the hearing. I can speak more. If
Don't
you'd like
kiss
to speak
Dickey.
now.
Don't even send flowers to Dickey.
Don't take pictures of Dickey.
Don't send Dickey pictures of you.
I understand that what the facts alleged are that you had contact with Ms. Dickey, went to the hospital, and then had
Strictly no Dickey.
That's right. There's an order saying you are not to have contact, right?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. I just had a very bad emergency.
Emergical. I had an emergical.
Strictly the only reason, and I didn't have money, my ID or anything at that point as well.
Emergical.
So I was strictly.
Your
I didn't
Honor.
think she was going to be home, so I just strictly went and tried to get my car and my ID.
Strictly Dickey.
Twice?
Oh, the first night, Your Honor, we were, like I said, I had that medical emergency. I ended up having a heart attack that night. And the next morning, I didn't have my wallet, nothing. I had nothing on me. So my car is, and everything's at the residence. That's what I'm.
Your Honor, I guess I'm just going to have him stop talking now.
Okay, let me just tell you where I
Give Joe a chance. Do you remember Joe?
Significant objections to this, let me know. I'm
Give him one.
prepared, I'm assuming there's no other reason you're in jail. I'm prepared to reinstate your bond with the clear understanding that I don't care what, you are not to have contact with her, period. If you
Period.
Period.
do again, you will sit in jail until this case is resolved.
Okay, I understand that, Your Honor.
No matter what, no matter if she's got, $1,000 that she's offering you to come over, you do that, you're going to jail, period.
I understand.
That's good money, though, if you can get it.
When in doubt, just stick Michigan. Usually.
I'll just, leave that to the court. The court's satisfied with that.
All right.
We are scheduled. I think we have court on the underlying charge in a week or two. Mr. Morgan is supposed to be retaining an attorney.
Yes.
So we'll hopefully, we don't have to get into that right now, but hopefully we'll have progress on the case one way or another.
Your Honor, I do have a.
I don't care what she
Your Honor, I should
Gaylord, Michigan.
Tomorrow, more than likely, but I do have a question.
Yes.
We have 2 addresses, Your Honor, that
Ooh.
both live at. So why is there any way I could get it modified so I can stay at one of those? Because potentially I'm renting the one.
The stabbing cabin. You can stay in that.
Potentially, I'm renting the one.
The 1634.
I had a heart attack and I pulled through it.
It's 1634 Groveland and 812 Mishaway Drive are both of our addresses. We have both of the houses.
How it says on the bond, Judge, it says from not to enter 1634 Groveland or be within 50 feet of Melissa Dickey or her residence. I think he was picked up at the Mishaway address yesterday with her. So, you know, if she's not staying at one of them, that's one thing, but I don't know what's going on.
So, and I don't either, and it's a hard situation. I mean, in one sense, if what you're saying is true, it makes sense for one to be where she is at and one to be where you are at. But on the other hand, you're the only person who's subject to a criminal charge right now. You cannot go where she is at. You also cannot go,
we're clear.
I'm sorry, what does the bond say, Ms. Brooker? Is it the Groveland address?
It said the Groveland address.
You can't go there. What day are we back in court? Is it a week from Thursday?
I think a week from Thursday.
Okay. Yeah, because I know it's not this Thursday.
Oh my God, that's not even her room.
So, Ms. Brooker, would it be possible for your victim?
That's not even her room.
See if
it's a green screen.
Yes, of course.
We'll talk to her. We've talked to her a few times, but this is the first time that
She got
particular
one.
issue of two residences has
Pulled a
come up.
fast one.
So, sir, I'm not saying we can solve it, but I'm saying you cannot be where she is, even if you're at a place and she shows up. If she has the legal right to be there, you got to leave. Maybe we can sort it out.
If you show up at a birthday
Is it my
party,
understanding then if she is not at the 812 Mishaway address that I can be there, but if she is to show up there for any reason, I immediately have to vacate.
Period. Correct.
Oh, okay.
that's kind of effed up.
She's scratching her.
Be resolved.
Oh, yes.
In the meantime,
Yeah, she's
like I said, no contact.
getting there good.
Just
She's got a lot of money stuffed in there.
She got a vape in the other hand.
shows up, leave.
Okay.
And maybe we'll be able to resolve it a week from Thursday. Get an attorney, that will be helpful. If you find you
Okay,
can't hire
thank you.
one, let me know a week from Thursday, and we'll contemplate appointing one for you. But show up.
You should keep looking at me, Nathan. I haven't noticed.
Maybe there'll be a resolution on that date.
I don't want to have awkward
you very
eye
much, Your
contact
Honor.
with her. You know what I mean?
Mr. Morgan,
I can't even get
forget about
fire
it.
tablet to look at me.
Ask me again
Oh,
the same
bitch.
question you just asked about the two residences.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. I appreciate it. Have a good day.
Why do you think they had two residents?
Sir, what is your current mailing address?
That's the thing. I mean, it's,
Jump over to this cluster F for a moment. Oh, new one. Never mind.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
just type it in there and then we'll
be
update
right
our
back.
records with it.
go for it.
Okay. And
Somebody shooting at me right now? What is that?
And it looks like I got it. Thank you. Perfect. And we'll update our records.
Thank you.
And you are good to, you're good to hang out, Miss Spanish.
Okay, can I get my lawyer attorney's phone number? I don't even know.
Yeah, I can email
We all want that
to
sugar mama,
you
don't we?
after court today. We'll just email to you the form that gives his address and his contact.
We got three
information.
very
So we'll
handsome
send
men
that
all
along with your
waiting.
court date, okay?
But look how the one is
Okay, can I
just
get
a
off the phone now?
reflection.
You can get off the phone now, yeah.
Get off the phone.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
And then I have Miss Brown is hooked up and Jackie's iPhone is trying to hook up. So Miss Brown, you've been waiting patiently. Miss Brown, today would normally be the day to set your case for trial.
What the hell is going on here?
It looks like you were screened for a court-appointed attorney and didn't qualify. So you probably, I
Okay,
don't know
something's
how
not
you've
right
been
here.
able to- But you have a couple options. You could set your case for trial.
And close the door,
We could-
please.
We could set your case. for
What is
trial,
going on here?
Contact information for the prosecutor's office, see if you could work out a resolution.
What the hell just happened here? Where was that audio coming from? Give me a second, guys. Welcome. Glad everybody's here. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're going to this courtroom, but the audio was not right. Not even close. Not even close to being right. That's what's going on. Way to go, StreamYard. People are yelling in my front yard, by the way. Yeah. 130 of you here. Get ready for the thrill of a lifetime. Kind of, sort of, maybe. Why is the audio not coming through?
Well,
There we go.
it's not, the plea to count 3 would be in regard to security.
The vehicle was insured, I know that.
According to the police report, Your Honor, there's no current insurance for the vehicle.
Current insurance?
Correct.
The vehicle's been destroyed.
At the time of the accident.
There was insurance.
Well, we have a viable plea to count 1. It doesn't sound like we have a viable plea to count 3, though, Mr.
Yeah, under the circumstances, Your Honor, if he's going to plead to count 1 and with the restitution, we'll agree to dismiss count 3 at this point.
All right. All right, and
Dog barking was at my house, by the way. I had to keep it down until the dog was done barking. Sorry about
are
that.
you
guys.
satisfied with the plea thus far then for count 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
The freaking UPS man comes to my house and the dog starts going crazy.
Sir, what are you on probation for? With Ottawa?
Same charge, possession of meth. I'm
Oh,
going
you're not sentenced yet, or you are sentenced?
they're going up for probation revocation. Like a
Revocation.
Oh.
Probation revocation.
And I'm trying to get into drug court so I can handle the substance issue. And this is holding me up.
All right.
Smooth as silk while you were gone.
I noticed. Yeah, I said, "Nah, you figure it out."
Yeah,
everything all at once, though, right?
Yeah,
You know?
everything.
Do you have
Dogs
a
barking.
substance screen?
We have a family matter over here with Clark W. Griswold, which is weird.
Tim, Shirley, and Cole.
I'm just going to have to do a little research, and we'll let you know the position on it.
We were.
Whether it's- Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Our attorney, Larissa Waltman, had said she had sent the court some paperwork. We're waiting for the discharge of the bankruptcy, and she advised us as soon as we get that discharge.
Bankruptcy,
we
that's
should
something we haven't
contact
seen.
You guys and set
Yeah.
up arrangements
BRB.
on anything that's
Yeah,
not
do your thing.
going to
Actually, I'm
be
gonna. Hey,
taken care of.
well, he's gone. Can we go back to him?
What looks like it's in the cards. If that's the case,
Yeah, that's what we're
I don't need to have a separate probation here if they're going to take you into a drug court.
Yep.
So I'm going to set sentencing for a later date. Just provide provide the probation department with authorization to provide the substance screen to Mr. DeYoung, and then he can get it to us.
Does that mean my warrant will be handled?
What's that?
Does that mean my warrant will be lifted then?
What warrant?
The bench warrant?
Oh, yeah, we'll recall the warrant.
Okay. All right. That's all I needed to know. Thank you.
Okay.
I just have to tell my lawyer to get in touch with Mr. DeYoung.
Somebody's messing with us.
If your
today.
lawyer has a copy of the substance
I surely
screen, that would be great.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Recall warrant and set for sentence. Once we get. Three. All right. Good luck to you, sir. You can leave the court.
Thank you.
Nice hair, by the way.
A couple more files I'll send down to you, Your Honor.
All right.
Did you guys not even notice the Creed frame that just happened? It's been a while. Let's go ahead and see what's happening over here.
No, I changed address.
Okay. Is May 3rd enough time, Mr. Houston? It should be, yes. So we'll give you notice today, but if we should probably get a new mailing address for you as well. Do you have your mailing address with you?
¿Tiene la dirección con usted? ¿Su nuevo domicilio?
Aquí la traigo. ¿Se la puedo dar?
Yes. Sí.
It was a rather quick one, but I swear to God, it's like somebody's messing with us. Ain't nothing gonna stop them. All right, real slow one over here. Keep bouncing around till we find something, right? They went on for a little bit. It got to be 5 o'clock, and court was adjourned. So they'll be back at some point. My God, I swear to God, everything's such a slow crawl today, like it's a Monday.
If that directed to me, I could.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Terminator, which one is she? I'll find her. Every single one that I keep going to.
We are ready to proceed. Mr. Perry, could you kind of change the display? Display?
Mr. Perry sideways.
So you're sitting
When
upright. There we go.
Right as you left was
Let's go on the record. The
long
matter of the
Creed
people,
frame.
state of Michigan versus Zachary Perry, file 220477 SD. And let's have appearance, please.
Mike DeYoung for the people.
Lori Tang on behalf of the defendant,
Yeah, we
Zachary
can go over to
Perry.
Judge Kim.
Okay, Mr.
These
Perry,
real things
saw he
to
was
be,
coming
please
on.
for the record.
Moving.
Zachary James Perry.
All right. And Ms. Tang, you want to state your understanding?
She said Ms.
Your Honor,
Tang?
my understanding is the
Boom
prosecutor
Tang?
has agreed Mr. Perry will be pleading to a reduced charge of operating while impaired.
Oh, Gina, yeah, we.
Mr. DeYoung.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Perry, is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
All right. And sir, you understand that you have a right to proceed to trial.
I'm
If
a
you
little slow.
went to trial, the prosecutor would be obligated to prove you guilty of each element of the charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes,
Let's
sir.
stick with this for a second. And let's
You understand
jump
that if
over
you
to
make a
Judge Kim.
plea here today, there's
You got
not
it.
going to be a trial. You're going to tell us you are in fact guilty. Is that your intention?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone tried to frighten you or force you or intimidate you?
No, sir.
Has anyone made any promises to you that I'm not aware of?
Hey,
No, sir.
at least after
You
they go through this, we
understand
get
that
to
under
hear
the
exactly
laws of the
what
United
they,
States, if you're not a
everything was,
citizen,
you know?
conviction
Yeah.
of a crime could result in deportation, exclusion, or denial of naturalization.
He does
Yes,
have a
sir.
nice.
You make this
Tie, but
plea while
his
you're on
face is
probation
very
right now for
deformed.
any other criminal convictions?
No, sir.
Are you on parole?
No, sir.
Okay, here's
The
something that's
allegation
weird.
indicates that this
As you can
incident
see, the
occurred
judge
on,
has got a
February
virtual
19,
background, blue screen.
2022. Is that true?
But if you look
Yes,
at the one
The
that's supposed to be
allegation
showing him from the
indicates you were
side, it's like
operating a
he's really
vehicle
there.
in the Hopkins Township of Elgin County. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
The allegation is at that time you were operating while you were impaired by the consumption of alcohol. Is that true as well?
Yes, sir.
How the
And
hell?
what was your
through his
blood
glass?
alcohol content, sir?
.1117, I believe, sir.
Okay, that's.
Mr. DeYoung, are you satisfied?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can anybody
good.
explain that?
Ms. Tang, are you satisfied?
I am, Your Honor.
The Tang is
Are you
always
providing me with the
satisfied when it's
basis
been
to
out with
accept your
Mikey
plea?
the
I will do
Legend.
so. Right now, we don't have a substance screen, so I need to set this matter for sentencing. Sir, I do substance screens on all cases that involve substance operating while impaired or operating while intoxicated. Ms. Tang, are you going to do that at outside the source, or are you going to do it through the probation department?
We'd like it done through probation, Your Honor.
Very good. Have you
I
provided him with the
can't
telephone
explain
number of
that.
probation?
I have not, but I
That
will.
second camera.
All right. Very good. Mr.
I mean,
Perry,
Kelly's
follow
on
up
a
with
blue
your
screen,
attorney
a
and
green
make sure
screen
you
on
get
the
that
left.
done
Yeah.
before our sentencing
But
date,
then it's
okay?
like a reflection
sir.
of him, but he's sitting.
Good luck to you.
He's
You can
there
leave
in the courtroom.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
I mean, did you see that? I
Yeah,
mean, look how small he looks.
Let's go on the record then with the matter of People State of Michigan
You can see
versus
the
Mario
real emblem behind him for a
Calvo,
second.
File 220425
God, that's
SD.
strange. I do not know. All right, over to Judge Kim's in the 323rd District Court with Judge Terry.
Judge Terry, how's it going?
So you're set for court on this assault bodily injury case and you're on May 4th. So we'll see what happens on that day. I'm going to go ahead and release you, Moni. You're going to have to be on a monitor again, and you're going to have to be attending class. If you're not, if the same thing happens, we'll just bring you and just keep you here. Okay? Yes, ma'am. All right. Thank you.
F Pod in the house.
Already letting somebody out. You can tell Judge Kim's not here.
So we're setting people on May the 4th, Your Honor?
Yes. May the 4th be with you.
Oh.
If I don't see you that day.
Judge Porter should be around. So.
Judge Porter should have detention hearings on that day. That's what I say.
Trent, can you be quiet,
I'm not in
please?
charge around here, so we'll see.
Trent's the one that always gets yelled at.
Need Dr. Charles on that.
He's a jokester.
He's in charge.
Damn! Charles is in charge. She's on it today, huh?
Melissa looks sad.
She's good with the jokes, though, Laura.
Okay. DeAndre.
Yes, ma'am.
DeAndre, I'm Judge Terry. This is your 10-day detention hearing. The purpose of this hearing is to determine whether I can release you to a parent or guardian or to keep you here detained. You have a right to have this hearing every 10 business days once you have been detained. You have a right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney, and your attorney is Trent Lofton, and he's here on Zoom with us.
Good afternoon.
No, it's in Texas.
I have an extra one here.
Whenever I go to a restaurant, I love to get DeAndre.
Okay.
I got jokes too, Judge Terry. What's wrong with Melissa?
That is iPhone. She doesn't have her camera.
I said that a second ago.
Yeah.
Netta, you've got 5 seconds to turn your camera on and leave it on as you are sitting stationary for court.
Who's she yelling at? Oh, somebody that I haven't brought in yet, or iPhone?
She about to kick somebody out.
Okay, DeAndre. You're 14 years old, and this is your first 10-day detention hearing. You brought in on the
Yes,
13th,
Gina,
received
it
level
is.
1 outstanding not until the 25th. So let's see. You were referred by Arlington PD on the 12th for assault via family violence. You allegedly assaulted your 12-year-old brother on 2 occasions in the home. Mom said she received 3 videos, one from her oldest son, another from the oldest son's girlfriend, and the last one from the family's in-home cameras.
Please,
We
like
all
this.
saw you arguing with your brother
Please.
and you hitting
God,
your brother
please.
multiple times with a closed fist. Second incident occurred when your brother went into his room after the first incident. Videos show you enter the room, corner him, and push him up against the wall in an aggressive manner. Brother indicated both assaults caused pain.
Well, it's a closed fist. It should.
You have some
cost more.
diagnoses. You're struggling in school.
I mean, you might hit like
You
a
have a
bitch.
504 plan, so that's good. And you stay out for as many as 2 days at a time, and you're 14. Is mom here today?
Yes.
All right, I'm not seeing her. Let me see.
Yes.
In the parent room. Okay, there you are.
Nancy, today's very weird day. Yeah, it's just,
Well,
just a weird,
Mr.
A
Spence,
nutty day.
strange
can you
day.
tell me why he's only achieved level 1 outstanding as of Friday?
He's had a couple of days where he had a negative peer interaction. Like on the 22nd, he was using profanity, not following instructions, and multiple redirections from the staff.
F-pod is females.
Okay, what kind of negative peer interactions?
G-pods for all the G's.
That's right. Gucci pod.
I believe it's, as I look at it, he's supposed to be kept separate from one other individual, so he must have been making contact with somebody he shouldn't.
Mr. Spence, I don't know what happened. I can't hardly hear you though, so if you can restate that, please.
Needs to back off.
It looks like he has a negative peer interaction, and I think he's supposed to stay separate from another resident.
Well, that was a closed fist, though. Sure.
Overly playful, I'm sure.
Well, no, that's different. That says negative peer interaction.
Trent, shut up.
So he's supposed to stay separated from someone. He's not doing that. So
Shut up!
Back on the 19th.
Okay. So he worked his way back up. All right. Well, Mom, are you ready to have DeAndre home?
No. Oh, yes.
If we can get started on some of these things that he needs, I'm sure that Mr. Spence is available to help.
She's just
you with
letting
that.
them out, man,
So,
right and left.
DeAndre, I'm going to go ahead and
It seems to
and
be a
release you
thing.
back home. Ready to go.
Judge Kim, nobody. Porter, a little better chance. And then her,
Well, I don't
See
see
it.
the child on here now.
She's cleaning house. We need
Need
some extra
beds.
beds. We need beds. You would let some of these little felons out.
Can you just help me keep removing Janetta when she's trying to get on?
Anyone short of murder gets out.
right.
When she's in the room, Janetta's like, take her out. Trying to get back in over and over again. So.
Well, she must not like
All
whoever's
right,
trying to
DeAndre, I'm
come
going
in.
to go ahead and release you. You are not to have any.
Mr. Estrada down there, we can only see just the tip.
Yeah, just the tip. Angie, that's a good enough excuse. I'll take it.
I'll take that.
Physical contact with your brother.
You're feeling all
Understand
right.
me?
Yes, ma'am.
I hear that you're even so much as laying a finger on him. You'll be staying here for longer, okay? Because I don't know what else to do to keep him safe, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So no harmful or injurious contact with your brother.
I'm sure he knows that
Injurious
would.
contact. I hope his
And
mom
do you
gets
have
his
any help
favorite
in
meal
watching
tonight.
these boys when you're at work or whatever?
Hi, Alice.
I currently
Alice?
do not. I have an older child, but he works as well.
Okay, but you do have the cameras in the home and everything, so
Yes, ma'am, I do.
okay.
Well, that worked out so well last time.
So what you're saying is you have
I work
video
9
evidence of
pretty
him
much
hitting
9 to
him?
5, Monday through Friday, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right, DeAndre, we'll see what happens, okay?
DeAndre, enjoy your exit.
You stay level 1 outstanding at home, DeAndre.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Please.
All right,
stay there,
Landon.
man.
See you tomorrow, DeAndre.
Be right back. First time you're alone with your brother.
Just the tip.
Okay, Octavio Estrada, you were in late. I let you in late, and you are expected to have your face in your camera at all times, holding still while you are in court. We're not to be looking at just.
Oh, you mean just-
and so if you want to appear via Zoom, those are the rules. All right, thank you.
Yeah, this isn't the other court we watched for an hour today. I did see. Yes, Your Honor, no problem. Let me.
Terry, this is
You give her the thumbs up.
You have a right to have this hearing within 2 business days of being brought in, and the purpose of this hearing is to determine whether I can release you to a parent or guardian, or if I should keep you here detained. You have a right to remain silent, and you have a right to an attorney. Your attorney is Mr. Beaver, and he is here on Zoom with us. Let's see. You are currently taking part in our drug court.
Where did Trent go? Did they call him up on stage? Do his set?
Arlington PD for assault with peace officer. According to the report, yesterday an Arlington PD officer was assisting on a shooting investigation call. Says that you were a victim in a shooting and you were being questioned by the detective.
Shocker.
You were instructed to sit down on the curb, but after a few minutes took it upon yourself to stand up. You were redirected several times to sit back down, but you were non-compliant. Officer began to guide you in an attempt to sit you back down, and you responded by wrestling with the officer and an APD detective for a minute.
Your Honor, I had an
You were then guided
emergical.
back into a seated position, and then you looked directly at the APD officer and spit in his face. You were then placed under arrest and transported here. That was not very smart.
We weren't even in trouble.
Glad that you tested negative for all substances.
Somebody shot at him. And he became the
On the
double victim.
of April.
Jonathan, it's
For a previous offense of assault, bodily injury to a family member.
5 o'clock. They shut it down. So
Well, is there a parent or guardian here for him?
possibly next week.
Your Honor, I think Moto G may be his mother, but I'm not sure.
Moto G Stylus 5G.
Okay. Let's see. Mr. Nava, can you help with that?
Señora Alonso,
Sí.
¿usted es la mamá de Landon?
Sí.
Creo que la juez tiene una pregunta para usted. Judge, I have questions for her.
God bless.
Okay.
Nice beaver.
I'm unclear. Did this shooting occur at her home?
La juez está un poco confusa. La pregunta es, ¿ocurrió?
Anybody
el
else
arma
wish
de
that
fuego, el disparo en
JPD
la casa de
Robinson
usted?
would sit up a little bit more straight? You see, I mean, great posture.
No sé de qué disparo, perdón.
She's not sure. She's unclear as to what shots fired.
Okay. Does anyone know where he was, where this occurred?
His mom looks young as
I'm
can
wondering why he
be.
wasn't at school.
Anybody?
Lawyers?
Anyone?
Please remain quiet.
Oh.
So let's see. Where is his probation officer? Where's Claudia?
Oh, Your Honor, Claudia is not here right now, so I am covering. And why he was not at school. So I'm assuming that was his mom would be able to answer that question, Your Honor.
Mr. Nava, can you ask mom why he was not at school?
Mamá, ¿sabes por qué no estaba Landon en la escuela?
No. No sabía que no había asistido a clases.
Skipping classes.
Mom doesn't know that he was missing classes.
So did she think he was at school yesterday?
Yes.
¿Usted pensó que estaba en la escuela Landon ahí?
Sí.
Yes.
Well, let's see. Landon was not at school yesterday early afternoon when this occurred, and the fact that he's being
She
shot
does.
at, I have serious concerns about his safety. And I also am quite disgusted, Landon, by your behavior when the police officers are trying to assist you. That is probably one of the dumbest and most disrespectful decisions you could have made at that point. And for those reasons, I'm going to go ahead and keep you detained. Thank you.
La voy a tener hoy, pues. Ahorita la hago.
Alan. Thank you, Mr. Nava.
Being shot at. So what does she think? Maybe he's in a gang or something?
Well, he wasn't at school. He was skipping school.
He's obviously doing something pretty bad. Sounds like it might be something kind of tricky because
Hi, Alan. I'm Judge Terry. This is
of the
detention
fact that the
hearing. You have a
lawyer
right
is
to
like,
have this hearing
we
within 2
remain
business days of
silent.
being brought in. The purpose of this hearing is to determine whether I can release you to a parent or guardian, or if I should keep you here detained. You have a right to remain silent, and you have a right to an
Even in
attorney.
school.
Your attorney is Mr. Beaver. He's here on Zoom with us.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Beaver, again. And this one is yours, Mr. Nava. Is that mom there in the parent room?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. And she does speak.
You okay?
And so Alan is 15 years old. And it says that on the 26th at 2:15 a.m., which would, oh, wow, okay. Fort Worth PD attempted to initiate a traffic stop on the suspect's vehicle. The vehicle failed to pull over. The officer turned on the red lights, and after a short pursuit, the suspect's vehicle stopped. 3 individuals ran from the vehicle, and the police yelled at them to stop, but they continued to run.
It's true, David.
All 3 were detained a short time later. Police identified you as the driver, and you were then transported here. All right, so you're already attending Khan Academy after dropping out of public school, and then you. Oof, okay.
Oof. All good stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't they say he's 15? That's an issue.
You have no prior history here, Mr. Nava?
No history, Judge.
Why is a 15-year-old out at 2 in the morning? Well, Friday night, Saturday morning.
Judge, I did speak with Mom beforehand. She told me that Alan was supposed to be washing his mom's car, and he took advantage of the situation and took off with her car.
Why is she letting a 15-year-old? Mom, why are you letting a 15-year-old even take your car? Why are you even letting him out at all to do anything at 2 in the morning?
Well, she told me he was washing it at home during the day, that afternoon, on Friday.
And he just never came back?
Correct.
Oh.
Is that right, Mom? He was supposed to be outside washing your car, and then he just never came home?
Mamá, la oficial, pues, lo que usted me dijo que Alan estaba lavando el carro de usted el viernes y que se fue y no regresó a la casa.
Hi, Bubba.
Correcto.
Yes, Judge.
Correcto.
I relate to you, but she told me is correct.
Okay. And was that the vehicle that he was driving when he was pulled over?
El vehículo que la cacharon a él era el vehículo que estaba lavando?
Sí.
Yes.
He went that long without getting caught?
Apparently.
She
Must
didn't
not be
report
a
the car
bad driver.
stolen? I mean, she didn't say anything about the car being stolen. It's
I
2
know, right?
a.m. Where was he at?
I don't know what you're doing out. I mean, you're up to no good being gone without permission from your mother.
Started making trouble in the neighborhood.
Without permission. You don't even have a driver's license. You've dropped out of school. You're not even keeping up with the school you're in Khan Academy that you are in now.
Sounds like he's doing
And
good.
so I can only assume you're out there putting yourself and others at risk. Anytime you
He didn't have a gun.
the police have
I mean,
to give chase to you.
Did we
you're putting
piss him?
yourself and others at risk, including the officers. So I'm going to go ahead and detain you today. Thank you.
Correct, Mundo. Thank you, Fonzie.
Yeah, so the kid was out for quite a while, I guess.
It's a hell of a joyride. Julian looks kind of nerdy.
Hi, Julian. I'm Judge Terry. This is a detention hearing. You have a right to have this hearing within 2 business days of being brought in. The purpose of this hearing is to determine whether I should release you to a parent or a guardian or if I should keep you here detained. You have a right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. Your attorney is Brad Shaw. I do believe I saw him on here today.
I'm here. The kids do. The kids definitely do.
I'm here.
I see you. Thank you.
Okay.
You can tell they teach it in the school systems. I mean, I know I didn't learn. I wish I did.
Okay. Is there a parent or guardian here for Julian?
Yes, there's 2 of us.
So Melissa and Octavio. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Those two
All
used to
right, so
sleep
you're 15
together?
Years old, and you're currently on probation for a very serious offense until 2024.
Tell us what that is.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what brings you back.
Octavio, by the way, we got to give him credit. He has been not moving too much, and we see more than just the tip after he got yelled at.
Very comfortable, by the way. He looks very comfortable. Melissa looks very
Oh, I
worried.
see. That's what I was getting just caught up on. Okay, so you were released for your doctor's appointment, and you came back on time.
Yeah, Bluegrass, we typically won't do anything with
Before Judge Porter
kids
on
and
the
stuff,
13th.
as far as like CPS cases, any of that. But these are pretty crazy because of how big and bad the offenses are.
Criminal offenders.
The other thing that's fascinating about this is we hear almost with every single one of them what the crime was allegedly, which I like as well. And you get to see, are they going to get out? Are they not? And even with this small block of time that we spend in Judge Kim's courtroom,
Okay, is
we
place of
see a
search
lot
still
of
pending?
repeat people.
Yes,
Just
how you
interesting.
doing?
All right. Anything of note? Anything to share, Mom? Everything go well with the appointment?
Yes, everything's fine. He's scheduled for surgery at the end of April.
All right, Julian. All right. You know what the deal is. Keep your behavior levels up, okay? We'll see you next time. Thank you.
He didn't look too happy. He's like,
no, I think he thought he was going to get out.
Yeah. You got surgery. They're bound to let you out.
Corian.
Boy, they are in there. You can tell that the barbers don't do much.
Hi, Decorian. I'm Judge Terry. This is a detention hearing. You have a right to have this hearing within 2 business days of being brought in, and the purpose
Melissa's
is
back.
whether I can release you to a parent or guardian, or if I should keep you here detained. You have a right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. Your attorney is Kathy Lothorpe, and I do not see her here today. And so,
It's been so quiet
Attorney
without
Sahara,
Trent.
Can you please step in?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. Okay, Decorian. Let's see what you're up to. You're 14. You referred yesterday for evading arrest and
Look at
terroristic
a very
threat.
well-dressed family. Just
Says yesterday at 1:40
I noticed
p.m.
that suit and tie.
SRO at Nicholas Junior High was contacted by school staff
oh, there goes Granny.
to notify him that a student was in possession of a gun.
Uh-oh.
The victim, who was a student, stated that you were showing students the gun while in class. Police located you in the restroom and you were searched. No weapon was located. Victim asked
It's up
if
in
they
the
checked the
ceiling.
green string bag. Police said that Decorian was not in possession of a green string bag. Victim said he saw the gun and it was a small revolver. There was a video showing you in possession of a green string bag, and it appeared that you were holding a pistol inside the bag. It was later determined that you were told by the track coach to go to your classroom to retrieve something. While in the room, you came across the green string bag, which had a starter pistol used for tracking. You admitted being in possession of the starter pistol, but that it had the orange-green markings on it, indicating it was not real.
Oh, even worse.
Said that you asked the coach if you could shoot the gun. The coach told him no and to put it away before you both got in trouble. They told police that she was in fears and not knowing if the gun was fake. Police took you to the office and told him you were under arrest for terroristic threat.
That's some serious charges for a pew that ain't even real.
Yeah. Did he steal it from the track coach?
Well, he took off running when the door to the SRO's office opened after that.
Oh, is it one of those
Told
that you
were
fight?
under arrest, and then they chased after you. You were
It's like a
detained in the
starter
apartment
pistol.
complex while knocking on a door. You continued to kick and knock at the door, although no one came while you were being detained.
Oh no!
Previously caught with 1.3 grams of marijuana back in December.
Nah,
at school.
they still wouldn't have that in a school, would they? She said it's a revolver
Offense, and you have a
looking.
pending offense
Yeah.
for burglary of a vehicle. Well, this stems back from late December.
We are into the final stretch, guys. I gotta have a heart out because eBay. 405. Is it a 2 for Tuesday today for We Got a Chase? Or
It is a true 2 for Tuesday.
405 East, by the way. And if you're new here, please slap a like on it. We do chases and cases 5 days a week, and we get the day started at 1 o'clock. Do 2 hours at least, usually a little longer.
On your UA when you came in, that's good.
At 1 p.m. East. Make sure to subscribe, notifications on. Right loud.
I don't know. Is there a parent or guardian here for him?
Yeah, this one's kind of weird.
No.
Oh, Your Honor, she had to work and couldn't make it.
New job.
Paper mill, paper factory.
All right. Oh, they put one of the new DAs here on this one.
I believe that, Eric. I could totally see that.
I need some help with this one. I'm not allowed to read between the lines here, so
See?
Yeah, I told you this was it's a weird.
disgusted that a coach would put DeCorian in this position, knowing his history. He does know his history.
I think that was banned, Christy.
I'm also
after the last
concerned
episode.
about you, DeCorian, not knowing any better, especially considering
It'll
your
be
history
back.
and having previous contact here.
He brought up a great point. So the dude knew that he had it and didn't take it from him. How does that
I'm
work?
concerned about your decision making, DeCorian. I'm concerned that you are
Or did he
a
steal it?
danger to yourself, and the fact that you got up and ran while you knew you were being detained. You went to some unknown place for help. That has me concerned.
Hi, Latef.
Hey.
No, I
don't
know
like
loud.
this
It's
one,
insane. I mean,
but it
that's
puts you back in front of me, and knowing that we have concerns about you while
A
you
lifer,
are
you know?
pending an offense, burglary of a vehicle, and the possession of a large amount of marijuana. So I'm going to go ahead and detain you at this time. And you know that they've spoken to you about the levels back there, right? So you need to get your behavior level up to level 1.0, and I would like you to remain there. Okay.
Nathan. I'm
All
pretty
right,
sure
thank
everyone that you sent have already been on.
A lot of time's got to pass, Nathan. But eventually, yes, they
But keep
all
sending them, please.
make their
And
way
it-
back. Uh-oh, here comes we got to hold.
Oh
just
yeah,
so
we'll
I see
watch
this
it.
family
Oh
right
yeah,
here.
no problem. Perfect. Yeah, beautiful hair.
Grandma's here to see her little angel.
I think we're just
We're here
But
to
huddle around.
support
Hi, Taylor.
him.
I'm Judge Terry. This is your detention hearing. You have a right to have this hearing within 2 business days of being brought in. And the purpose of this hearing is to determine whether I can release you to a parent or guardian, or if I should keep you here detained. You have a right to remain silent, and you have a right to an attorney. Your attorney is Trent Lofton, and he's here on Zoom with us.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Trent. Good morning. Good afternoon, Trent.
I heard him say, "Hey,
Are those
Grandma."
parents there in the, who's there in the
Father.
mother
Father
and mother?
stepmother,
Okay.
and then
Well, I just
grandmother.
need the parents, father and mother.
Well, he lives with his grandparent.
Okay, that's fine, but I don't need everyone to be, all involved in the conversation right now. I just need to know.
Running
Mom
a
and
tight
dad
ship
are.
today.
All right, you're 16 years old. On the 27th, Sunday night, Grand Prairie PD observed a suspect vehicle traveling 57 miles an hour in a 45. Police attempted to stop it by turning on the overhead light. Suspect vehicle accelerated to a high rate of speed. Police turned their siren on, and after a short chase, the suspect vehicle crashed into a light pole.
We got a chase.
Taylor
Right
was
into a
pulling
light
off
pole.
the vehicle. Taylor told police he was fleeing from police because he was scared and he only had a driver's permit. It was taken to Cook Children's.
Great reason.
Cleared and transported here.
May I ask why he's living with grandma? I would love to know. Please.
That's always a good sign.
Paul, it's been a wacky day.
Is there anything else you want to add to this report? Because there's a lot more that I was told on the probable cause call over the weekend.
I was informed through the chronological notes that he was living with grandmother due to abuse.
You caught up.
I'm sorry, Miss Brazel, there was some sort of interference.
And thank
Can
you for
repeat that,
answering my
please?
question.
The chronological notes state that he is living with his grandmother due to physical abuse in the father's home.
Oh.
CPS was contacted, but they stated that they didn't give any detail as to the physical abuse at the time. CPS stated that they could not take the case due to it not meeting the guidelines for physical abuse.
Okay.
Wow, that escalated.
What does that mean?
Do you know whose vehicle he was driving
No,
on
ma'am.
Saturday night?
The vehicle is for the grandma.
Okay.
How about the father like
Do you know
agreeing
anything
about
someone being ejected from the vehicle, Ms. Brazel?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Oh, that must have been pretty hard to hit the power pole.
Hey, Judge Terry, it's Daniel.
Yes.
I think you're thinking of another incident. The incident that Shelley's going over, it was a very short report and didn't indicate there was a passenger.
Okay. Yeah, I see it says no passenger on here. I'm just Okay.
There was more than one evading arrest for the vehicle that came in over the weekend.
On the same night. That's crazy.
Yes, yes.
No.
Was it
More
back
than
for-
one chase a night?
For our team.
Okay.
Great for our business, though. Am I right, Your Honor?
Can grandmother tell me why he's out at 4 a.m?
I was asleep.
Oh, I'm sorry. He snuck the car out of the driveway when we were sleeping.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So he was home. He was home when you went to bed.
Yes.
And then wrecked Grandma's
Is there
car.
something he does? Does he sneak out? Does he mind you, or is he taking advantage of the fact that he lives with Grandma?
And was it a
Your
Buick?
Honor, he's never given us a minute's worth of trouble at home or in school.
He's a good student.
He's very polite. He's a good student.
Huh.
He's in with the wrong crowd. Which is
I don't think a crowd came in,
I
broke
understand.
into your home and made him leave at 4 a.m. or before
Texas.
that in your vehicle, and
I-
then speed when the police were trying to pull him over. Because a
Absolutely.
good kid would have obeyed the police officers and stopped.
Yes.
Who's going to pay for Grandma's car?
Yeah, that could be something, Sharon, because they said that it didn't quite, whatever it was,
Well,
fit.
Taylor, there's a lot more to this than what I know. Just
For a
based on this
charge?
behavior alone, you're 16 years old, never been in trouble. They say you're a good kid, but you decided to take your grandmother's car without permission.
Agree,
Sneak out in the middle of the
74.
night, and then accelerate at a high rate of speed when the police attempted to pull you over. And so you're already over for speeding, over the speed limit. And so I'm going to need you to get to level 1 outstanding and see what happens before I'll feel comfortable releasing you. This is just something where you have put yourself and the Grand Prairie Police in danger, and that is not acceptable behavior. I need to know that this is some sort of a weird one-off thing or something, but I'm not comfortable releasing you at this time. And so we just need some time for you to calm down and think about what you're doing.
Oh,
And
Grandma, I don't like that.
that you can follow all the rules and not put yourself and others in danger.
Oh, probably in her mind, she feels that
We're
it's
likely
partially
to
her
issue
fault.
You,
She probably
fill out
cried.
another detention hearing in 10 business days. And we will see you then. Thank you.
What was
Your
that?
Honor, I apologize.
Grandma crying.
Go to the court that we will wait 10 days or when he gets on level 1 to reapproach.
Well, you can reapproach if you want. Right now, I'm just going to put him on I'm not going to promise that if he gets to level 1, release him immediately, but if he does, then you can go ahead and do an attorney request a detention hearing.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Talk to a
I
lawyer.
feel like there's more information that we need, you know?
Sir, you can call me after this hearing, okay?
Oh, no.
I'm the attorney and I'm happy to talk to you. You wanna call me
JPD
right now
Lewis
in the
is here.
hall?
We can't leave
Do that,
yet.
Okay, sir.
Please, thank you.
I think
Yes,
by
sir.
then everyone will be
Man.
more likely to be forthcoming with how we can help him. All right.
Grandma
ma'am. Thank
fell
you.
to pieces.
Antonio, you're welcome.
Yeah. Was she possibly crying or something and have a little oh yes, she is. Oh.
Oh, no.
Yeah, see, that's a lot of guilt for her.
Come on.
That's sad.
So I said, ma'am, come on. Hobble your way on out of here.
Yeah, go cry in the hallway, please.
Man, we're running a business here. Can you get your ass on out of here?
This is a detention hearing. You have a right to have this hearing within 2 business days of being brought in. And the purpose of this hearing is to determine whether I can release you to a parent or a guardian or if I should keep you here detained. You have a right to remain silent. And you have a right to an attorney. Your attorney is Mr. Houston, and he's here on Zoom with us.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. All right. I got to run. Guys, thank you so much. If you want to hang out for a couple minutes, you're more than welcome. We're going to cut it.
No, we're going to cut it. We're done with this weird ass day for today.
Yes, just a weird day. We start off with slow crawls, a couple of them. Then we get into this courtroom where it's just, I have no idea what's going on. Just all the people were just, what a weird day. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us again. We'll be back for We Got a Case tomorrow at 1 p.m. East for at least 2 hours of live courtroom drama. And Loud couldn't say it any better. We'll see you at 4:05-ish.
Until next time, you guys don't forget, like, subscribe, share, And please remember. So crazy.
That's right. Hard out. I got email stuff. I got to go.